Hello, Swivel Heads. It's Greg Allison coming to you live Wednesday night, the 3rd of November, 21. Time on deck is 3,400 hours Central Daylight Time. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot going on in the world. Right now, China is telling its people to prep. The government, the largest nation on earth, is telling its people to prep. What kind of warning should that be to get ready? What kind of warning should that be to prep here in this country? Wow. Now, for those of you that have never attended one of my live sessions, especially my Wednesday and Friday night Friday night live sessions, these are really community chat sessions for my viewers to chat with each other and chat with me, to be company and family because of all the lockdowns and shutdowns and just people's general fear of getting together. A lot of families just aren't getting together and having reunions. So we're going to be a family here. But we're going to talk about prepping, and we're going to go through, just some charts of what's going on with weather and space weather and, so the sun and, a lot of little fun things like that. But we do a lot of chat. We'll talk about some of the videos and many other things here and just whatever comes up in the chat room. And we usually cut up and have a little fun too. So we'll talk about some serious topics. We'll talk about doomsday, boomsday, and we'll have fun and laugh too, all in one video. Where else are you going to get that? If anybody's wondering, this is the Space Force emblem, by the way, as you can see on this beautiful mug given to me by one of my viewers, Granny Lana. She's also a model on this channel. So I got many great gifts from me and my viewers. I really appreciate that. So let me go in the chat room and kind of see what people are saying. So who's coming in the room. And I will start monitoring this in a moment on my laptop. Wow, we got a super chat already. Holy smoking guacamole. Thank you, Keith Evans. Thank you so much. He says, hello. And why do I say hello? A lot of other people, a lot of other channels say hello. But when I say hello, I mean it because back in the 1990s, I started a program called Altitude Liftoff back in 1994. And we launched hybrid rockets, altitude balloons. So when I say hello, I mean it. Catherine Sigurdsson says hello. Stepher Shea says hello. Finest Planet 1. I think I'm awake, so go ahead. Eye open. There you go. Sleep with one eye open. Right? Metallica. All right, we got New Days Always in the house. We got to get her back in the Granny Lana. How you doing there? See me sporting your mug, right? And she says, hey, family. And that's the idea. Randy Cummins is here. Hello. Randy, did you make contact with New Days Always and Granny? I hope you did. You've got their phone numbers now. Daniel Twit. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Hello, tribe folk. There you go. Green Greg is really Santa. How did you know? Exactly. And Groucho Globe, you call it prepping, I call it sustainable living. Well, you're exactly right. In my other video, I talked about my dad's generation. It was just simply living. It was making livings. How you lived. It wasn't prepping. It was just everyday life. That's how they knew it back in what a lot of people refer to as the horse and buggy days. But most farm families were too poor to have horses and buggies. They had a mule and a wagon. The mule also served the plow, and he pulled a wagon. And the wagon was the farm truck and the family transportation, all in one fell swoop. You had to be efficient. And folks were poor in those days. They worked hard just to be able to buy a little coffee and tea and a little sugar and maybe a pair of shoes for the kids in the wintertime, fall. Let's start back to school. That was it, guys. Wasn't a lot. People didn't buy a lot. They didn't have a lot. There wasn't much to be had. I'm going to put my laptop over here where I monitor the chat room as we go through other pages here because I can't do that on my main computer when we start looking at other stuff. I just got to update this thing. We're to show the live chat going. So one momentum, please. I remember Lily Tomlin, who used to say that all the time. Yeah, you remember Rowan and Martin laughing? There we go. Hang on. So Keith, I really appreciate that super chat. Well, you started the night out right. Got me cheered up in the get-go here. Wise Owls in the house. Oh, very good, very good. So remember the 5th of November. Yeah, that's coming up, Daniel. That's Friday, isn't it? Ooh, Friday, the 5th of November. Man, and we'll do a video that night. remember the 5th of November. Guy Fawkes. You know, he had his gunpowder plot. Who knows about the gunpowder plot? I mean, lots of people have seen the movie V, but who knows about Guy Fawkes and the gunpowder plot? He's trying to blow up Parliament back in the 1600s. All right. I don't know what I say here. I might get in trouble. I'm just reciting history, guys. Hi, Mr. Smiling Eyes. Nice to see you, says Marie. Well, thank you, Marie. Hey, I'm the laughing. I should call myself the laughing prepper, right? All right. All right. 1111. Oh, yeah. We just passed that time a little bit ago. Let's see. All right. Let me go back up here. We're going to do some sharing here and talk about some stuff. April Pym says, look at new online sales law the Dems are working on. They just want those. They want taxes out of everything. They're trying to squeeze them everywhere because they're trying to pay for trillions of dollars in new programs. So it's just oppressive, guys. Really oppressive. Really oppressive. All right, somebody might want to delete Randy's comment after New Days Always has had a chance to read it. I'll leave that to you, New Days Always. Hey, Lee, how you doing? Lee's great here, guys. North Alabama hiking. Hello, Green Graves. Yeah, we're going to kind of step through some weather here. Lee, what's the latest? Now, Lee stays on top of the news. Lee is one of the nation's foremost news hounds. I mean, he's got sources coming at him. He's a news agency. You get news from him you don't get from anybody else. All kind of stuff going on all over the world. He's got all kind of hot contacts just bringing in data, and he shares it on this channel. So everybody check out Lee's channel. Lee, feel free. You're a mod. Feel free to share your links on here. Nunya, how you doing, Nunya? I still owe you an email, don't I? Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind, and my day job has been grinding me, guys. Been grinding me. I got a major product I'm trying to grind out, and so I've been working a lot of hours getting that product out. But I'll get this document baseline and finished, complete, kaput here. Hopefully, if everything works out, sometime next month before they fire me for not taking a you know what, right? Not taking a jink. I don't know. Hopefully, my religious exemption application will sell through, and I will still be able to keep a living and not have to file bankruptcy. I hope. Yikes! It's crazy times, guys. It's crazy time. My ears are ringing. Oh yeah, mine are too, Amber. My left ear especially. I usually just ignore it, you know. All right, well, Venus, I'm dropping down to KP5. Oh. All right, so let's go through some stuff here. Let's just do a little quick what's going on with the world here. Do some sharing. I gotta pull back up my Zoom link, hit the share button, and go over to Googly Goo. And here's some weather. Got quite a river of wind coming down, blowing around, look, going right over Maine, right over New Days Always, which she's in this area, coming down. Some of it's going back around, and some of it's splitting out and funneling into a tight little channel going right over Jacksonville, Florida, guys. Check that out. But it's only a 9-knot wind there. That's as good as anywhere else, though. Look at this. I don't see 9 knots anywhere else on this map. And it's coming into the Gulf of Mexico and just swirling around. Here it's coming down here too. So where's that? All this wind is converging right here. I don't see any real big wind speeds here though, so it's kind of funny. You know, it goes in one side ought to come out the other. You know, the currents have got to sum up going around a circuit. That's Kirchhoff's law for anybody that knows electrical engineering. You know, all the way around a circuit, the sum of the currents, you know, they have to sum up. Yeah, so yeah, there's Kirchhoff's law for parallel circuits and Kirchhoff's law for inline circuits. Wow, look here off the West Coast. Guys, look at this guy. Just right off the coast. You got a heck of a storm there. We'll check out what rain is coming out and everything else in a second. So let's change this over and we'll look at rain and thunder. Now we'd had some rain. We had a little rain this morning, just little wispy stuff, nothing major. Now South Texas is getting a lot of good rain. Over here where my daughter is getting rain. West Coast, you're getting it. And there's like a lot of snow up in British Columbia. Guys, I love Canada. This is some beautiful areas, guys. Beautiful areas up in here. Destruction Bay, Trutch Mountain, all on the Alaska Highway. Yep, snowing up where I used to live. Right there, that's where I used to live, guys. Snowing now. All right, let's do this. Let's look at some accumulations. Bang. All right, that's the next 3 days. Oh, that'll show past. Next 12 hours. Well, you see it's South Texas. Next 24 hours, 3 days, 5 days. A lot of rain off the East Coast. It's like the West Coast. West Wokistan is going to be getting a fair bit of rain. Y'all know what West Wokistan is? So let's see here. Keith Evans, windy here in Western Washington near the foothills. I bet we need that last rain to put out those huge fires in California. Yep. What did Randy say? Few days old ways. What's going on? Did you over delete one message there? I know you was deleting an email. Okay, but this last message. Hey, new days old ways. What are you deleting that for? Let's see here. I was wet and cold here last few days. This morning was 26. Wow, new days. So, it's getting down to the 30s here at night, but upper 30s, upper to mid 30s. And today didn't get over the whole day today. The top temperature was supposed to be 48. I don't think it ever made it to 48. I seriously doubt that. So let's check out. All right, so there's going to be a fair bit of rain here over the next 10 days. It means some more is coming to my area where I'm living right now is right here. And it's a little bit darker yellow. My place out here in Arizona, I'm not getting any rain. But they had a good monsoon season there, so they're not hurting. Let's check snow. Bing. No snow. Not even in Maine. You're not getting no snow new days always. That's like mostly rain down in here. Well, maybe that is a snow. It's just not white. Let me see what it looks like up here in Alaska. Well, yeah, it's bluish. Snow accumulation next 10 days. Okay, I guess that is snow. They just are coloring it. All right, that's depths. Okay, 9 feet. Wow. Okay, right up here. A lot of snow right here, guys. Lots of snow here around the coastal mountains, inlets, fjords. So, this is rainforest, guys. All of this from here down is rainforest. If it's kind of chilly up here, this is all rainforest, guys. Every bit of it. The Cascadia area, Cascades. I don't know if we call it, it's Cascades through here, Sierra Nevada down here. I don't know what they call it up in British Columbia. I forget. I think it's still Cascades for a way up. Let's see, I've been through here though. I've driven from Dawson, where that is, all the way down through here. Of course, now cut back through here. Yeah, I've driven back and down once upon a time. All right, let's look at it from space. Here's that big current off the west coast, the left coast, bringing all that weather to West Wokistan. Yeah, we got West Wokistan here, East Wokistan here, and everything else in between is Indian territory. All right, India, West Pakistan, and East Pakistan when it was first divided. If y'all remember, I did a video on that where I was having a little fun, guys. With that, okay, the winds don't catch up as fast as you rotate the Earth. That's funny. Yeah, look at the Barren Sea here. That's a lot of wind. Those guys up there ice fishing, they got some serious weather up here, guys. That's a rough place to be ice fishing right now. I wouldn't want to be fishing there now. Look at this little tight storm here, little tight vortex. Antarctica's usually got the big stuff. There's a little vortex here, bigger one here, up here. Let's see what's folks saying. Hey there, Chet, family wise, Al, Granny, Lee, and the rest of the house. All right, new days always. It don't look quite as gnarly down here, but it's still pretty gnarly around Antarctica. Yeah, some rough seas, guys, especially through the Strait of Magellan. But right now, it's worse, a little bit west of the Strait of Magellan. If you had to go around through here, guys, yeah, if that's where you had a shipping route, that would be a rough time to get through there. Imagine doing that in the old days and sailing vessels. That would have been a big challenge. People did it. That's how they got to San Francisco by ship in the old days. They had to go all the way around. That's why there's such an interest in putting in the Panama Canal, which we so happily gave to China. Thank you, Jimmy Carter. Well, we gave it to Panama, supposedly, but they contracted China to run it. Now China wants to put a canal across Nicaragua. Wow, isn't that lovely? Isn't that just lovely? All righty, space weather. Let's see what some of the comments are. There you go. The Michigan Gardener. It's not sticking, but we had snow a couple of days ago. Okay. Let me come back up. What am I missing? It's all cool, Greg. Nothing removed that shouldn't have been. Okay. All right. Man, we were swapping info. Okay, Randy, that makes sense. That makes sense. I got it. That's what you should do. When you're swapping info, don't leave it in the chat room. Don't leave it in the chat room for other people to see down the road. All right, very good. Nothing wrong with that. This part, we're here for y'all to communicate with each other, to be a family tonight. Don't chat with each other. Chat it up, guys. Looks like another atmospheric river coming in. You're right, Randy. It looks like another one. Good place to have ice, says Randy. All right. Nanya says, hey, y'all, if it would be all right if someone sent me a package in the mail. What are you looking for? You want to trade seeds, flowers, herbs? Okay. Well, Nanya, you got some herbalists in here that might just trade with you. Panama Canal operations are totally corrupt. I'm kidding. My older brother who passed away a year ago last March, he was stationed in Panama for a while. And my nephew, when he was down, he learned Spanish just from talking to the kids running around down there. I was disappointed no northern lights here, Lee, with the solar flares. Well, they actually may kick up. They may kick up. We're going to look at all that here in a minute. In fact, let's go up here. I'm on the right chart for that, right page. If it's go up. Right now, the solar flare, the solar northern lights are in this area. So you're down here in New Days Always. You're just outside of this arc. That's a very solid arc. That's a lot bigger than what you normally see on here. Now, there's been some projections that might even come down in here because of the storms that are coming through. We're getting some back-to-back storms. We just had a CME basically that blew through a slower movement CME. A faster one just went right through a slower one. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic, guys. And we can always click it on. I'll show you some more sun stuff in a minute. Well, I thought this would be a video. Sometimes I put videos in there. So no significant coronal holes on the Earth side of the sun. Yeah, we've had some good little sunspots been firing off at us. So mid latitude has got 35% of being active, minor 45%, severe 10%. And their CMEs, solar geomagnetic storms. So that's not very informative. I never like these charts here because they're not all that informative. The NOAA forecast. But what is interesting is the asteroids. On November 4th, 2021, November 4th, I say they're already a day ahead. Well, I like 7 minutes being on the 4th. There were 2,226 potential hazardous asteroids. These are asteroids that could one day hit Earth. That's a fair number, guys. That's the ones we know of. It may take billions of years for that to transact. And they may not all hit Earth. They may hit Venus and Mars and Mercury. or none of the above. So as usual, you can see in the days that are past here, see this is the 1st of November. In the past days, you see a higher incidence of close passes. And they're usually small asteroids. They're 6 meters, 8 meters, 8 meters, 4 meters. Means they were just discovered. And you can tell that by the 2021 numbers on them. So these are new discoveries. They're all this year, and we missed them, so they weren't in the forecast. But that's the one that came closest is this one, 0.1 liter distance. That means this is about where the geosynchronous satellites orbit Earth, about 22, 23,000 miles out. So it was at about that level that this guy come through. It was only 4 meters. Now this could have been a rocket stage. When you get things that small, it could be some of our own hardware up there flying around. So it may not actually be an asteroid. So if it's a rocket stage and were to hit Earth, it'd burn up the atmosphere. Now, if it's a metal asteroid, if it's metal at that size, it might get through. If it's rocky, it's not coming through. I really doubt even a metal one has much chance at that size of getting through. Yeah, it probably would. That's a pretty good size, 4 meters. So that would come through. Now, looking ahead, so I always like to look ahead of what we know about that might be coming close. And the closest one is 1 linear distance away here, I believe. But it's only 4 meters. It was also discovered this year. So we got it's 1.5 linear distances in here somewhere. I just scanned past. Where was it? But that's like the moon and half again further away. So I don't unless they're less than 1 linear distance, I'd say don't really worry about them. And even if it's more than a half of a linear distance, now they could have companion bodies coming with them. That's true. They would typically be much smaller than a parent body. So, and they're usually not that far apart, but they could be. All right. We got some seed swapping going on here in the chat room. Now, see, that's what we're here for. Seed millionaire me. Have been for years. All right, John. That's good to hear, John Baxter. Tim King, boil them pumpkin seeds in salt water 10 minutes and bake them for 20 to 30. Oh, man, that does sound good. All right. I guess Lee bugged out. We're probably too boring for him tonight. Lee, you still in the chat room? All right. Then a great question. Any idea about the bison leaving Yellowstone? Should we be worried? Well, yeah, a little bit. Animals like that are sensitive to ground vibrations. Before an earthquake, animals really react. So it's there's a lot of earthquakes and magma moving under Yellowstone. It doesn't mean that Yellowstone's about to blow, but it's certainly got the animals on the go. So it's spooking them. So it doesn't mean keep your eyes wide open and the head on a swivel, if nothing else. Now, if the magma chamber is not full, but there's a lot of magma moving into it. Yet, I just recited a volcano study back about a month ago, maybe on this channel. I reviewed it where they claimed you don't have to have the magma chamber full to have a super explosion. That and that was not very well explained. I'll admit that. Now, maybe they're thinking you could have a sudden plume jetting up from below. I don't know. At one time, Lee's a busy man, no doubt. At one time, there used to be something called a hypershock volcanoes, and this was back in the days of the dinosaurs. And these hypershots came from deeper in the mantle, and they just punched right through the crust, and they went straight up. There was none of this fanning out and all that. They shot straight up, and where the magma cooled from the hypershock volcanoes is where you find diamonds today on Earth. So there had been one in Arkansas, because we find diamonds in Arkansas, because those diamonds come from deep, deep, deep in the earth, where the pressure is great enough from the form. So there are hypershock volcanoes. That was a different kind of volcano. We've never seen one in human history. Now, it may be something like that would fuel a super volcano. I don't know where that paper come from, how they come up with that. But they claim that the magma chambers did not have to be full, and you could get surprised by these super volcanoes. Well, that really kind of turns the whole study of super volcanoes on its head. And let's just hope they're wrong. Let's hope they're wrong. If they're not wrong, then maybe we do need to keep more of an eye on some of these super volcanoes like Yellowstone. It's only 40,000 years overdue. Well, consider for a while it was going off every 600,000 years. pretty much on the nose. The super, it's the super volcano explosions. But that don't mean it will continue to do that. And it's moving more and more under thicker mountains, and that might be a reason that it is taking longer for it to blow. Also, the magma chamber is not full. If that's got anything to do with it, some say yes, some say no. But all we know is that we don't want it to go blow. But then again, that may be like putting a cork tighter on the bottle. The tighter that cork's on the bottle, when she does blow, the worse it do go. Boom. You know what it is like that. When if the pressure builds up more and then it goes, it could be interesting. But they say, well, it's not that full. But there is a lot of magma moving into it. We see new geysers popping up right now. Or again, geysers getting more active. Nunya says that would be great if they were wrong. Amen. Well, that was one scientific paper. Most of the geologists they're not there with that. And they may come around to, that's a very recent paper. Let's hope any eruption occurs, it will be a small one. Now that could be too. You could get, and that would be a good thing if you had a small eruption that would vent a lot of the pressure up. And NASA wants to go in there and put heat pipes down in there and have power generation. I think they could cool the magma chamber off by actually generating electricity from it. But then again, you're drilling into a super volcano. If something go wrong with that, I wouldn't want to drill far. Yeah, it's like, okay, let's prick this bubble. Let's give it an escape path, yeah. So went to Fantastic Caverns, Springfield. Okay, Wazal. She has some pictures to show us. Arnold Smith, how you doing? Hi, everybody says, hi, Rockman. Everybody's safe. And I think the planet is full. Nah, it's not full. Not by long. Hey, Jojo, how you doing? This planet's not full by a long shot. Not by a long shot. So, bing. Let's see here. Let's go look at some of these movies. I already dialed them up. Check this out, guys. It'll play. There we go. Wow, did we just see a sunquake? Something did give us a shake. All these magnetic filaments there, and these magnetic. See, this flare material is coming up the magnetic field lines, guys. And here they're all twisted together, magnetic field lines. Is that interesting? Let's go to another one. I think this one's more interesting, personally. She'll play. Come on. Play. It's playing earlier. I had it playing earlier. Maybe my memory's getting too full. Look at these wispy on this side. Look at these wispy fill lines. The rain comes with green rays. If NASA ever did get that, Hope Fauci is nowhere around. Yeah. Let's hope Fauci can't be found. Let's see. Especially after what he did to the Hound. Let's see. Well, Sandra, we were annual pass. So no sun hitting us with a CME, but nothing worrisome right now. Nothing to worry about right now. Well, it's not playing. I had it playing earlier. It could be a memory issue. There we go. Wait. There we go. She's starting to play. Just had to click it a few times. But she's hanging up. She's not got all the memory loaded to play right. That's what it is. And by the way, this will look really fine if I can just get it going there. Come on. Here we go. Must be too memory intensive for my internet or for the, just supposed to have real high speed. My computer. Look at all these filaments over here on the left side, guys. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Gypsy John C. Keep pepper plants in pots and bring them indoors over winter. Yeah, last 5 years. I've had some 2 years old until a smoker handled them. I had a tomato plant that was 2 years old. It was great. I don't know. 44 is your checking number. I see it on the thumbs up too. Appreciate that. Hey, everybody give me a thumbs up. We got 71 in the room and only 44 thumbs up. Help me out here, guys. All right. And here's the funny thing. This was from last August. This is the storms right now. So what does it tell us? We click on it. Just give us the sunspot locations and numbers. All right, guys. I need to be sharing my videos. Go into the comments, if you will, and leave a comment. Comment on somebody else's comment. Give me a thumbs up. Give some of them a thumbs up. That helps the algorithms. This video is really doing poor. Now, this is gray lines is where my videos are typical, but these gray lines are set lower by a lot of the live videos that I do, especially at farmers markets and other places where I don't get a lot of watchers, or my farm videos, which don't get a lot of watchers. Well, edible videos seldom get that many watchers. So for a Wednesday night video on topic, for it to go under the gray line kind of blows my mind. It usually would shoot way over the gray line, because Wednesday and Thursday nights are usually my best nights for posting. So this video's got 524 views. It ought to be, right at 1,000 by now. And it's really about half where I would expect it to be. And, I try to have, so one that's got a serious title, which I thought would help in the title department, 7 key essentials, for prepping. But I tried to be a little funny here. I had this little thumbnail with toilet paper in the background and the Great Cornholio, and I said, beat the Great Cornholio preppers. So I thought it was mixing seriousness and fun, but I guess it didn't pan out. And I don't really know why this video is not performing that well. Last time I checked, I didn't have any thumbs down. It might now. I'll be instructed. We can check it out, guys. See where this thing is at. No thumbs down. All thumbs up. Last time I checked, all the comments were pretty positive. There we go. There's some things to check out there, and some comments maybe to follow up with if I can find the time. But she's really behind on the viewers. I really wonder why that is. It may be that the algor has no rhythms, is not really having any of me. All right, Joe, thanks. Thumbs up and share. Tom, wow, green peppers can last a while in a greenhouse. I've definitely had them 2 years old, and I've seen them some 3 years old, and I know they can go longer. Yeah, so that's it. It is what it is. Here's some of the videos. You can see the thumbnail a little better here. You can see some of the guys that I watch. Full Spectrum Survival. That's one of my earlier videos. Black Scout Survival. I like him. Comedy video. Anyway, I'm gonna do some t-shirts. I like this girl with Wholesale Ted. Her name's not Ted, and her logo for a while was a guy. She started the channel, so I don't know why she used a guy and a guy's name on her channel. She's in New Zealand, but she's pretty good. Oh, Biden's, look at the t-shirt Biden's wearing. Anyway, hey guys, who else on YouTube shows you the back door of what they got going on with their channel? Almost none, right? Dr. Carlos Sant Van Danger. There you go. Joe was here. All right. Minus she. All right. Wolfman Jackal. Okay, I'm back. No comments yet, but like number 34. All right, I'm gonna stop the share as we've been through all of here. Bing. Hello. And I will just read the chat room here for now. And if somebody brings something up, we want to go check something else on the internet, we can do that. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a room raid. Maybe we'll look and see who else is live. Let me pull up and see who else is cooking tonight. See what's going on. Maybe there would be somebody would want to pull a room raid on. That would be fun, right? So, yikes, give me a second. I'll pull up. channel. So who's live? Montograph's live. He pulled a room rate on us once. Weon, that's a good channel out of India. They probably have a lot of people watching that NASA space flight, and they get drowned by watchers. Space videos. Okay, same thing. All right, so I see a few channels. Monograph's pretty cool. He pulls no punches. New Days likes to watch him, but I discovered him because he pulled a room raid on us one night. I got several subscribers, so it was pretty cool. Marie Keithley says, "Hey Greg, how can I see the video where light comes from your mouth?" Oh, that's fairly easy. We got to go to Galactic Greg's or go to Leak Project. It's probably easier to find on Galactic Greg's. It's got fewer videos over there. So I'll do that. Hang on, guys. I'll pull up Galactic Greg's. Greg, you're going to be Green Saint Greg for the holiday. There you go. I can always be Santa. Yeah. You know what? I want to do a share here. I'll go back here and share the screen. Ding, 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 ding. Flash. Gordon. Save everyone. Let's boom, 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 boom. Queen song, right? So we're about to pull up, look here. AMTV. This guy used to always do. World War III is just starting right now. Now all he does is hawk Bitcoin. Apparently made a lot of money when Bitcoin shot up like a meteor back, back in right around election time last year, in September especially. I mean, people that had a lot of money there could then made a lot of money. I worry about it long term just because, if it goes down, you ain't got none. All right, what do we want to do here? We want to go search for Galactic Greg's. Now, fortunately, somebody else has started Galactic Greg's channel after me, and he's got way more subscribers. His is a newer channel, but he's got more videos too. He's a preacher. He's got a lot of stuff up. The one we're searching for is the one with a space Wookiee, the guy with antlers made out of space station solar arrays. Space station solar arrays. What else we got here? A bunch of different things. So here's where we want to go. I only got 2,900 subscribers on this channel, guys, so y'all can help me out. So come here and subscribe. Bang the notification bell and click off. Because I will be doing more videos on here, but I've only done one video in the last month that was actually shared from this channel. Last couple ones were shared videos. So one way to find all that, so there's always a playlist on these channels, guys, but you don't see all the videos on the playlist. Best way on any channel to see the videos that's there is to click videos. Bing. And you could come over here and search, put keywords in here, and a lot of times you find videos that way. But this one should be down here, not going too awful far back. Let's see. And there it is. Light from Voice Anomaly. Now, what's good about this video is I show a link to Rex's video. Rex has better video in this because he had a better camera, and he also has software. He did special effects to look at it, and 6 Ways from Sunday with reverse color and everything else. Randy Cummins, channels like that are killing your analytics. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that don't help. Don't help at all. No kidding. And some channels are just hard to find. Our friend Stacy created a channel called Battle Axe. There's so much Battle Axe stuff on YouTube. You can't even find her channel unless you know what it is by searching on it. Oh, what did Chewy say? Chewy, I traded off my crypto for silver. Okay, very good. So let's click on this video right here. So go here to watch that. I got the sound disabled right now. So it gives feedback. So there I am wearing my tinfoil cap that Rex gave me with some rocket parts behind me and a cabinet in building 4203 on the 5th floor. That's the 5th floor to Marshall Space Flight Center in building 4203. I used to have an office on the 5th floor. My last office is on the 2nd floor. Greg, I'm not seeing your last one in a few weeks. Oh, you got a point there. I wonder how he's doing. I really want to. You're right. We haven't seen him in a while. Tom, where are you? Wolfman, did you get? I don't want to repeat that because it sounds like somebody's talking about nugs. So I don't know. Maybe I should play it voice-wise. We don't know what we want to talk about today. Is a very interesting anomaly. I got this hat from a good friend of mine, Rex Bear. This hat is a Marty McFly edition of his tinfoil caps. Now y'all have heard that explanation. So here I'm talking about it somewhere in here. I showed the video. I edited it. Yeah, that's from my camera.
That in Back to the Future. Now I'm going to have you explain what happened. Back to the Future.
And Back to the Future at this tunnel at the far end, I think it's far. It could be this, and one thing that's coming out of it is where they had the scene where Marty McFly. I think that is the side where they had that scene. Just judging from the terrain. Was rescued by Doc Brown, and Doc Brown flew over into. Oh yeah, I'm wearing this hat right here in that scene. Hang on. Let's change hats. There we go. The DeLorean and lowered a rope.
Lowered a rope?
Yeah. And Marty McFly came up the rope.
So, what now? Please continue.
So what happened here is, so I'm telling the story. We don't know all this story. Where's the effects at? It looks better from Rex's camera. It's over here. I don't know exactly. Let's see. Hello. Hey, you got a rocket? Yeah. Oh no, what happened? Why am I way outside? It should be. Now watch for it on the right side of the screen, right here. Right now. Hello. Right there it went. Now it looks far better from Rex's camera. And there's a link in here. Now you go to Rex's channel, it's got so many videos, it'll be hard to find. But look, when you go to video, there's two things to check out. There's something called show notes and pin notes. Show notes usually appear right underneath the video where it says show more. And sometimes you'll find pin notes. I don't have a pin note on this video. So if I did, it'd be at the very top. She said she couldn't see it on mine. It's there. It's more clear. Now here we go. For a high res video analysis, see Rex Bear's video on Leak Project, and this is it.
Do you love going on adventures and traveling whenever and wherever you want? But the only thing stopping you is that your boss won't give you time off?
See that? There it goes. Now it's over the curb. You don't bend with the curb. It's in the air. It's not a reflection on the wall. That's the cool thing about it. John Baxter, I'm up to 28 birds now. I got to try to find more space. What kind of birds you got? All right, now you asked for this. Go to my channel. Go to my Galactic Greg's channel. Subscribe. Bang the update notification bell. Everybody do it because I need some more subscribers over. Help me with that channel. Go to Galactic Greg's and subscribe. And you can watch this video from my channel and then go watch Rex's version of it. Because Rex got a lot of cool stuff in here and he talks about it. And let's see here. Skip ahead a little bit.
And this is the tunnel that in Back to the Future.
In Back to the Future, this tunnel at the far end,
Now you saw me talking to my camera. Now you see him filming me.
that's where they had the scene where Marty McFly was rescued
And that's what I did a lot of my videos with, that little handheld.
by Doc Brown. And Doc Brown flew over to the DeLorean and lowered a rope.
Please turn on headlights. You.
Go. What you can see though is that it's got amplitude modulation to it. It's compression waves. You can see the compression waves this way, and you can see them going up and down. That's amplitude modulation. So it's a compression wave, amplitude modulated wave. And that's why I said, "Hey!" I started out loud, and that's why it's got the broader amplitude modulation at the beginning of the signal there. Now think about it from an electrical engineering signal standpoint. So that's what it is. It's a compression wave signal and light. Ho, ho, ho. See, I am Santa Claus. So he plays it several different ways here. And, you know, being Rex, he has all the fun in the world. Here's the end of the video.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Santa Claus is actually right now.
See? Santa Claus. All right, after all that, I got to do something for humility, right?
and on and off,
Officially.
coming out of the tunnel.
And for humility. After all that buildup, you got to do something for humility. Rex and I was having fun. We were doing videos for that played on the Weather Channel. Well, we were analyzing weird videos. In the process of all this, we generated our own weird, anomalous video. Oh, well, so much for that. We can see your voice waves. Yes, yes, Nigel. So just go over here and watch it for yourself, and you can play it back and forth and watch it many times. Chocolate turkeys? What? Oh, well, you mean that's the color. I mean, I thought the turkey's made of chocolate. You days always. Yes, sharing the Freedom Restoration Foundation. Thank you for that. Very good. All right. That's like I said, we can come back here if somebody wants to see something on the interweb. I'll stop to share again. Hey, Lou. Taking a rocket from a balloon and off we go. And talking to rockets, what other prepper channel, what other guy, even Space Channel, has a rocket motor sitting next to the desk? This is the daddy of the Spaceship One rocket motor that won the X Prize. This is the granddaddy of the engine that took Richard Branson to space right here. Got a spider web in it, looks like. Hang a rocket from a balloon and off we go. Hey, I know something about that because I've done it. We're going to fly out a rocket into space. We're going to begin the amateur space race. Hey, Lou. Hang a rocket from a balloon and off we go. All right, Randy says if Greg would have stayed there longer, he would have put in high energy particle collider. Hey, there's an idea. Something about that tone. Went there because we felt like it was kind of magical. Wayne Atlanta, I rocket for Christmas Eve. There you go. There you go, Catherine. I wonder how much it would cost to feed turkeys. Hey, we got guys in here with turkeys. Just ask them. Ask them, what is it per turkey? Yeah, turkey's a big bird. Turkey is a big bird. Randy, where are you at? Are you asking where I was at when we did that? Does it still have a rocket smell? Actually, yeah, because this has got burnt fuel grain in it. Most of our rockets in our Halo program had a fuel grain made out of asphalt. Asphalt made extra fuel. We spun a company off called the High Altitude Research Corporation. Now, Halo program, we got the Guinness Book of World Records for launching a rocket, and also got me this Space Pioneer Award. This is the only place I'm listed on Wikipedia that I know about. It's under the award list for the Space Pioneer Awards. I don't have a Wikipedia page, at least not yet. This rocket was built by a company we spun off called the High Altitude Research Corporation. I was president of that. I was president of Huntsville, Alabama L5 Society, program manager for Halo, and I started the High Altitude Research Corporation. We built this rocket under the High Altitude Research Corporation. And the Halo motors had asphalt fuel grains. This is hydroxyl terminated polybutadiene, which is a synthetic rubber that now the space shuttle and Ares rocket will use a solid fuel called P-band. Most military rockets use HTPB, hydroxyl terminated polybutadiene, but they have fuel included within the fuel grain itself, which makes it explosive. No, they have oxidizer, excuse me. And ammonium perchlorate is the typical oxidizer used. Now, ammonium perchlorate is kind of nasty. The groundwater in a lot of places out west and in Redstone Arsenal are severely contaminated with ammonium perchlorate. Now, just because it's the chlorine that's an oxidizer. Now, as it turns out, we use nitrous oxide, laughing gas, as our oxidizer, and it was in a separate tank above this. And see, the funny thing was when we were using asphalt fuel grains and nitrous oxide, I used to tell my guys, we're going to pave the road to space and laugh all the way. How about that, guys? All righty. Dang, Greg, you're actually a rocket scientist. Well, yes. As a matter of fact, most so-called rocket scientists are engineers. And a lot of them will tell you, well, there's no such thing as a rocket scientist. We're all engineers. Now, see, when we were developing these rocket motors, we actually put up a test stand and we fired over 300 motor firings, testing regression rates and all kind of aspects of the fuel grains. And we made a huge science project out of it. We were researching what worked best. So then everybody that's associated with our program actually were scientists. So we were true rocket scientists because we did a lot of research on those motors. We characterized the use of asphalt. We looked at the regression rates. We characterized the use of this HTPB and a few other fuel grains. We even tried some liquid fuel. We tried something called Han one time. That was just like terrible for us. Like trying to light water, but a lot of water. But guys, I got to tell you, we had a lot of interesting experiences. We tried vortex hybrids. We actually created a vortex inside of this fuel grain the way we put the injectors in. So we actually used the common bulkhead in all of our rockets. Every single one had a common bulkhead from back in 1994 between the rocket fuel oxidizer tank and the fuel grain. And Burt Rutan later patented that and claimed publicly it was his greatest invention. He got it from us, by the way. But there's so much for that. We'll pave the road to space and laugh all the way. Exactly. I go grains for poultry, helps reduce cost of egg, better egg. Yeah, reduce cost and have better eggs. Yeah, that's good. That's right. So chickens like that. There's what's his name? Oh shoot, Rhodes. Come on, guys. There's a guy does a homestead channel. His name is Rhodes. Help me out, guys. I know some of you watch it. He's having some health problems right now. I think he's like almost crippled now, which is really sad. He has a big farming channel. He did a tour. He had a bus went all over the country looking at other farmers. He's big with Joel South. They're good buddies and partners. Oh, what's his name? Every time I try to think of his name, Cecil Rhodes pops in my head, and that's definitely not right. Far from that. Come on, guys. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. Scott Sigler, sorry, Caps. Stan, hello, Greg and all. Hey, Stan, how you doing? Jason Ziegler, hello, Green Greg's and all. Yep, yep. Jason, they should have had a nuclear third stage for the Saturn V. Yeah, they wanted to do that eventually. So that's why the Nerva was invented, the Nerva rocket. We got a Nerva rocket and built in 4205 at the Marshall Space Flight Center. I've been around a lot of times. It used to be the Space and Rocket Center, which is a museum. Would love to do rabbit skinny. Now I got rabbits. Justin Rose, thank you. I knew somebody would have it. Bingo. Thank you, Granny. Bing. Thank you, Granny. Very good. Justin Rhodes. Justin Rhodes has a very good homesteading channel. Unfortunately, he has come down. What is his illness? Do you remember Granny? He is practically crippled. Yeah, Thomas got it. Thomas figured it out. Debbie Paints. Yep, Justin Rhodes. Justin's getting better. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But yeah, I think he's got one of these things you never recover from, right? So I hope he does better. He needs some help. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy, good-hearted guy, does great videos. You know, he's got a beautiful family. But what I was going to say, he did a video where he went to this farm, and I want to try this. This guy had his huge, the guy had a lot of chickens, egg layers. He didn't feed them any bulk feed. What he had was these big compost piles where he just brought in big piles of wood chips, compost. And he turned his chickens loose on it, and they ate the larvae growing in that compost, the bugs, and they lived off that, and they fared really good, and it made great eggs. So, and his feed costs were zilch. Usually the problem with chickens, if you're raised for eggs, is the cost of feed just about wipes you out. That and all the time you put into it. But he had that part licked, and so Justin Rhodes covered that, and I really loved that video. My rabbit Hillary. Rheumatoid arthritis. Oh, he's got rheumatoid arthritis. Now, if I understand right, you can never get over that. Excuse me. So he's in a world of hurt. Abundant permaculture, Justin Rhodes. Yeah, he did a road trip. You know, he got a bus. I got a bus. You know, I might duplicate that one day. I might do a road trip. I'll do things like that if I'm not working my day job eventually. If I retire, hopefully I won't have to do it too soon. Scott Ziegler, I was putting my dancing shoes on. Brian talked about that. Okay. You know, like, after we went to the moon and that was kind of over, he told people don't put up your dancing slippers yet. There's more to come. Unfortunately, it'll be a long time. Yeah, people danced on the courthouse square yard in Huntsville, Alabama, when we landed on the moon, wearing their dancing slippers. Sure enough, Von Braun also was instrumental in the Huntsville Orchestra getting started. Very culturally attuned guy. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I fight it daily. Well, Granny, how bad does it hit you? Lupus. Okay. It's lupus and rheumatoid arthritis related. My first ex-wife's got lupus. And lupus is an autoimmune disorder where your body fights you, if I understand right. Sandra D, I am late. Well, at least you're here. I have osteoarthritis. Okay, Catherine. Wolfman Jackal, compost is win-win way to go. Yeah, feed chickens and your crops. Main going for me, I'd put it in worm beds and then put it in the crops. I could get a free stage out of that. Chickens, worms, garden. Yeah, there you go. Hey, gardening is the way to go, guys. Take it from a rocket scientist. A rocket scientist tells you to garden. And also take it prepping, guys. We need prepping. We all need to. They affect joints, Granny says. Hey, you know what? Ding, 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 ding. Boom, Randy, you are a moderator. Randy has been regular. He's been a good supporter. And I'm not saying anything bad out of Randy. He's been a super supporter in this channel. So I appreciate Randy, and you are a moderator now. Cassandra, I missed y'all. There you go. But we're here. You got us now. Wazo, I had that rabbit 14 years. Wow, that's quite a rabbit. She had a stroke and lived a month after the stroke. Never heard of a rabbit living. I mean, neither. That's amazing. 14 years. Wow. Wow. That must be like 400 in rabbit years. she was a Methuselah of rabbits. Named her Methuselah. They say, I hurt from rain and storms, but it won't stop me. There you go. Both my joints, but my joints swell. Ouch. Yeah, something going on my knees. I got thoughts going on my knees. They're really bothering me. I don't know if it's a wreck or something else, but I'm beginning to feel something there. And if we stop, we may not get up. Exactly. You got to keep going. Just got to keep going. So, I just did this video about prepping. 7 key essentials to prepping. And I used, we'll talk about this. I used, there's a couple things I left out of it. We'll finish, we'll talk about those. Of course, I had a little fun. I like to pick toilet paper preppers, and I took it to the next level. I call them the Great Cornholio preppers. There was a question. I had a quiz question. What is a bunghole? I'll leave it to you to answer. What is a bunghole? It's not dirty. It's not nasty. Although the insinuation in that video was like that, but that's not what it is. What is a bunghole? It is. It's something. It's got nothing to do with animals, people. Atlanta, he raises those one rabbit for 63 days from birth to table. Okay, yeah, about 8 weeks, I guess, is optimal, right? Susie Q, hey y'all. David Paints, one of these days I want to come see you at the market. Okay, I got to get that boy of mine to meet you. He loves NASA stuff. All right, Debbie, where are you at? Where are you located? No, bunghole is not toilet paper. Plug on a drum. Bingo, Daniel. Most drums or barrels have 1 or 2 open ports on one side of it. What's to be the top side of the barrel. Now, the plastic barrels have 2, and they got these plastic screws, and you can actually get a special wrench for that called a bunghole wrench. I had one, and one of my workers threw it in the garbage, and this cleanup thought it was something to throw away. So really, those are hard to get, and I paid good money for that thing. I ordered it through the mail order, so I could, open my barrels up when I get them. And it's amazing what stuff people do if you're not careful throwing things. I found it in the garbage. I actually found it in the garbage, and I rescued it. Now I don't know where it is now. My tools tend to walk off or they jump in the garbage. I don't know. But now with the old barrels, the old wooden barrels, it was a cork. Big cork. Those can do that. All righty. So Michael Sherman Garden wouldn't work anymore. Just got here. Hello, Greg. Well, hello, how you doing? Chewy weather, drum drain plug. Drum drain plug. Yes, that's right. A bunghole is part of a cask. It's part of a barrel. So it belongs on the barrel. You plug, not the hole. No, it's actually the hole. That is the bunghole. The bung is what you plug in the bunghole. Bunghole. There we go. Now we got that right. So but I've been, I had a little fun with that video because I was, I've always had fun laughing at the toilet paper preppers, and so I've decided to call them the Great Cornholio preppers. Especially since our recent president made the Great Cornholio quite popular lately. The Great Cornholio. Yeah. Beavis and Butthead. Oh my gosh. Also, what vehicle O2 sensor fits in? Oh, that's called it too? Really? I wouldn't have thought that. Randy Cummins, I do not drink it, but they make whiskey barrels in Kentucky. Well, just up the road here from me. The road here from me is a big old holler tree where you lay down the dollar bill and right around a bend. There you come back again with a jug fleck. Well, up the road from here from me is Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's pretty close. And that's where they make Jack Daniels. They got a big distillery there. And you can go there and you can tour it and see all that whiskey being made. And they got these barrels, they got these buildings all around the hills around there with thousands and thousands, billions, literally billions and billions of dollars worth of whiskey aging. All in barrels, all with bungholes. and you can't buy it in that county because it's a dry county. Lynchburg County, Tennessee is a dry county. Well, they have the distillery. You can smell it, you can see it, but no can buy. It's also, I think, the smallest county in Tennessee. So that's kind of interesting, right? They have a little bitty courthouse, a little courthouse square. And you can go to, there are shops around the courthouse square. You can buy Jack Daniel brownies, where they cook with the whiskey, cooks the alcohol out. And they're wonderful brownies. Oh my gosh. Dark chocolate made with Jack Daniels. Oh, we have some good stuff. But it's got that oak flavor in it. So it's pretty good stuff. Dana Green says, "Yo, peeps, how you doing, Dana? Scratch, how you doing? How you doing, Scratch? Hello." All right, so yeah. So chewy weather. The great Cornholio had more brains than Crazy Joe Jose. He wrote it. Well, at least he was awake. If anything, he's very awake. Moonshine on my shoulders makes me happy. You had a jug on your shoulder of moonshine. I can't drink that stuff. That would make my heart explode probably. I can't do alcohol just a little bit. I might have a beer or two, maybe a glass or two of wine. Beyond that, I'm in the territory the next day or so. My heart's going to start going boom, 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 and I'll go ah. So I just can no do. I'm their guest. Okay, David Patchett, you are close. You are close. My mother was born on Lookout Mountain, New Year's Day, 1931. Right, just right there, probably not far from Nakalula Falls. So we used to always go to Nakalula Falls a lot when I was a kid. We had a lot of family reunions there. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, corn pop. But pork bung is a nest. Oh, okay, Dana. That's not what I was talking about, though. Can you believe the Let's Go Brandon started in our state? Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah, a lot of good stuff starts in Alabama. The first heart surgery was done in Alabama, if I know right. Tom, where Greg, are you the youngest? Are you the youngest? Oh, you mean in my family? Yes. I have two older brothers. I had two older brothers. My oldest brother, who's still alive, is 10 years older than me, 10 years and a couple months. My other brother, who passed away, was almost 8 years older than me. And so I was a big gap between us. My mom had 3 miscarriages between my older brother and I. She actually had surgery and took medicines to be able to deliver a baby, and they wanted a girl so bad. I was supposed to have been Celeste. Maybe that's why I'm so spacey, celestial. But I'm a guy. Yep, I'm very much a guy, right? A few days ago, LOL, I rarely drink it, but when I do, they call me Two Shot KT. Okay. Two Shot Katie. I got it. Katie instead of KT. Let's see here. A little shot of moonshine was good. All burnt my hairs and my nose. There you go. I might have just a little bit. I gotta be careful, especially that hard stuff. That will really put my heart in Boomtown, and I don't want to go there. Too many gourmet cooking shows. All right. Youngest. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, I am definitely. Now, how in the world did you guess that? Do I act like the youngest kid? Am I like a problem child or something? What is it? That's called heavy breed. Debbie, you do remind me of my brother. Is 14 years older than me. Oh, okay, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie, I grew up on Sand Mountain. We used to go to Gadsden all the time because my great grandmother lived right by the steel mill. And she had a train track run right behind her house. And that old train coming when I was little, and that thing made so much racket, it scared me to death. That train was loud going through there. And the steel mill was still active when I was a kid. And man, you'd find dust and soot on stuff. If you go to Birmingham, Oh my God, Birmingham had tons of steel mills, and it'd be, the air was brown hanging over Birmingham, and yeah, you get a lot of dust falling out. And I think when I was a kid, we used to see it might have been heat lightning to the south, but we would always think that was the steel furnaces in Bessemer. This is Bessemer. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? Let's see. Teetotal here, even coffee too strong for me. Oh, no, I definitely drink the coffee. Gotta finish this one here. And then I switch to the tea. This is a mug given to me by Granny Lana. And it's got tea in it. It would keep the coffee so hot I wouldn't be able to drink it yet. I'd have to wait like an hour or two before I could drink coffee in that thing. So that's hot. But I use this for coffee at the farmer's market. I keep it hot. Okra update. Oh, yeah, I got to go back out in the garden and do some videos. I'm planning to do maybe 3 videos in the garden here sometime this week. I mean, I air them all this week. Guessing one of our favorite cities to go to. I'm from a smaller place. What place are you from? I mean, no. We love problem children grow. Yeah, I was always loud. Imagine that. Where'd you get such an idea? Oh my gosh. It gets me. Being loud and redheaded gets me in so much trouble. Gets me in so much trouble. All right, Granny, Rhode Island Reds. Oh yeah. And I'm a strawberry blonde, so I can pass as a blonde almost. Let's see. There's a funny. Let's see here. I think I got a list. Maybe a little list if I wanted to cover somewhere. Yeah, I was thinking about doing 3 videos out there in the garden. Topic videos. You know how I used to walk around and talk about things, philosophical things, walk around in the woods and the garden, talk about philosophical things. Before I had to wreck, I did a lot of videos like that. I'm going to try to return to that a little bit. Do you have an EDC, emergency bug out bag? Now, what do you mean by EDC? Had frost last night, colors baby cabbage. Will it say? Oh, it'd be all right. Should be. Well, frost shouldn't hurt it. Hard freeze might get it. I got 2 Rhode Island Reds ready to eat. Okay. All right. And then you strawberry blind too. Cool. We have chestnut trees. There are, we have Chinese chestnuts around here. The American chestnuts are trying to grow back. When my dad was young, they had a lot of big, tall American chestnut trees. It broke his heart when they died out. Those things were huge. And he loved eating the nuts from them. And he always tried to buy some he was always trying to buy from the Carolinas and grow them. And he bought some when I was a kid, but they didn't live but a few years. There's a blight, there's a blight that wipes them out. How's the bus going? Well, I'm hoping to get some money here and maybe by early December I can work on it with. So yeah, they got to have a little money and a little time to work on it, but the money more than anything. It's 5 here. Ooh, a scratch. I guess it's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Scratch is over in Great Britain. We're close to he's close to Stonehenge. Maybe one day Scratch, I'll get over that way if they'll let me fly over there without a jab. Let okra dry on the plant and the seeds inside the pod. Yeah. Unfortunately, my little seed pods are tiny. And so I don't, and we're about to hit, they're saying in the middle of the month, it may get down to 20s here. If it does, that's the end of my okra. So my okra experiment, we got disrupted by deer. They ate all the leaves off of my stalks twice. They've come back. They're really struggling. They're trying to make it, but they're going to be hard pressed to make seeds. So I was thinking, I got to be out in the garden. So I was thinking about doing a video about the crime of being a man. It's a real crime to be a man in our society today in the Western world. It's just criminal. You shouldn't be a man. You're a criminal if you're a man. And then I'm planning to do one on a new drug that we ought to have. And the new drug will be called hopium. And also I'm thinking about one called true fear porn. Like True Lies. So I don't know. That's 3 video ideas I had. I thought I might do those as walkabout videos. So I don't know. I'll just have to see. I might just do a couple of them. We had 25 3 weeks ago here. Wow, 25. Is it okay to plant okra now? No. Okra loves it hot. Plant okra in the spring. Not before the 15th of April, Nunya. Not before the 15th of April. I like a purse or satchel full of stuff you may need if you're stuck overnight away from home. Yeah, oh yeah. Water bottle, canned food. Yeah. I used to carry a lot of stuff in my car. I used to always carry, I got back when I worked at NASA, I always had something in the back. So I'm not traveling that much anymore. So I kind of don't have one in the vehicle right now. Let's scroll back up. Ding, 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 ding. So Debbie Paints is in near Gaston. You didn't tell me where near Gaston. Now I know where you're located at. 47 East Texas now, says Dana Green. East Texas at 47 degrees. Yeah, scratches across the pond. You didn't know that? He's across this early morning there. So it's quite a thing for him to be here with us. So we ought to appreciate his presence. And Scratches have been a good supporter for a long time. He's kind of, his alternate ego is Kermit the Frog. He likes my frog videos, one of their frog videos. We stopped in the loose store there in your city a while back. Great work clothes. Okay. Yeah, there is the loose store up here now. So, yeah, in Huntsville. I am about 12 to 14 miles, depending on where you consider the border at, of northwest of Huntsville. Yeah, it's okay, Davey. That's okay. That's all right. So what's the temperature here right now? According to my LE phone. Let's see what it shows. Ding, 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 ding. 43 and raining. Yeah, nothing worse than a cold rain. So, but the high today was, well, for Wednesday was supposedly 48. It's already now Thursday morning. It's going to get down to 34 a couple of nights. That's near frost territory. So actually tomorrow morning will be about 34. And Saturday morning, when I'm going to the farmer's market, ooh, I'm gonna have to wear a jacket, a coat to that farmer's market. Yeah. It's gonna be cold for the farmer's market. Nanya, you have a Bigfoot story. Well, actually, yes. Got a few Bigfoot stories. Was winter here, everyone kept a bug out bag, sleeping bag, and medical. Yeah, that's a good thing, especially when in the winter weather. Scratch says ribbit, and he got a wink. Yep. Scratch identifies as Kermit sometimes. I discovered his BMW was red. So I said, Kermit, why don't you have a green BMW? 42 in the Carolinas, 96. Thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving a 96 thumb up, Ken. Scratch is way family. Okay, there you go. 29 last night, says Old as Dirt. How you doing, Old as Dirt? Good to see you here. Lee was in the room earlier. Let's see, Suzy Q, that's my dream house box truck special. Oh, okay. Where are you located, Nunya? I think I asked you that earlier. Did you reply to that? You asked about the Bigfoot story. Everybody, Greg, tell them your Bigfoot story. Okay, I'll get pop request. I've seen Bigfoot, me and granddaughter. Oh, okay. All right, we got a popular request for a Bigfoot story. Well, and like I tell my viewers, we're wide open for whatever you guys want. So, all right, I had a friend. His name was Donald Ray Perkins growing up, and we just called him Donald Ray. And my nickname for him back in the day was Donkey. We all had nicknames. My nickname was Bolo because I had a bolo knife. I've seen a bolo knife in my videos, by the way. I did a video of my 3 favorite knives. And I had a bolo knife. I had my K-bar and my Swiss Army Tinker model knife. That's my 3 favorite knives. So northern Utah. Okay, Nanya. Cool. How close are you to Salt Lake City? Well, we're at northern Utah. I used to go to Utah a lot when I was working solid rocket motor on the first stage of the Ares 1 rocket, which, I went to ATK, which is now owned by Northrop Grumman. And it used to be Morton Thiokol further back in history. And they got a big rocket motor plant up in the area of Promontory, up close to where the 2 railroads came together. And they drove the Golden Spike. And I've been up to that site too. And that Golden Spike was driven by a guy named Mark Hopkins. I know the other guy named Mark Hopkins. That's how I can remember that. But so Utah. So yeah, I've been in that area quite a few times. It's a lovely area and got a lot of mule deer in that area, if I recall right. Eric Court. Hello, Greg. That's just chiming in. We got more requests for Bigfoot talk, so we got to go into it. So that's where I started with Donald Ray Perkins. Well, Donald Ray was local, and my next door neighbors, it was this huge family that was next door to us. I grew up on a farm. The farm next door to us belonged to a family known as the Joiners. And then my grandma's farm, where my daddy lived most of the as a young adult, was on the other side. My daddy bought the farm and he moved to Sand Mountain too when he was a little kid, when he was 3 years old, back in 1924. That's where he first moved. He wasn't buying that farm. So we had property on both sides of the Joiner place. The Joiner place was probably about 100 acres. And they had just, I don't know, 10 or more kids. The Joiner, older Joiner couple that had a lot of kids. And they were, older than me. They were mostly, quite a range of age, that many kids. The youngest was just older than my oldest brother, about maybe a year. And the oldest one was the age of my dad. And so that's how much range and age they had from my dad's age to my own brother's ages. And, a lot of them they were like uncles to me, the guys were. And, one of them was more like a dad to me. M.J. Joyner was like a second dad. And this family was a family that would do anything for you. They would almost beg to work for you, and you couldn't pay them. If you worked for them, they would be trying to throw money at you. They were good people. MJ quit a good job in a factory to take care of a crippled sister of his who was older than him once his parents got unable to do it. And he gave us practically his whole life to take care of his family. And these people had good hearts. I mean, they were really good people, man. But most of them never got married, or they didn't have any kids. Although there was one of them that had a bunch of kids, and a couple of them had 1 or 2 kids. So, but Donald Ray was his mother was born a Joiner, and he had a sister. So there's just 2 of them. But Donald Ray was about a year younger than me. And the ones that had the biggest family had moved to Michigan to work in the car factory. They'd come down in the summer, and we'd all get outside and play in the summertime and cut up. And this is a long story. but one night, Donald Ray was all out, and so they had a big chicken house there. Farm, chicken house, barn, a couple barns, other stuff. And you had a big pasture filled area, and then it was down to the woods, and then down to Slab Creek. Everybody knows there. Slab Creek, Turtleneck Cove, and you'll see me at the farmers market, the Blanksberry farm. They had a farm on the other side of where I grew up. The creek ran through. So, and that Slab Creek ran at the bottom of their property too. Turtleneck Cove. That's the name of that little hollow area. So, Donald Ray come back. I saw Bigfoot. He's out there in the chicken house. I saw him. And he was all frantic, scared, frantic. I saw Bigfoot. And I'm thinking, this guy has flipped his wig. Ain't no Bigfoot around here. Now, back then we'd already seen some of the Bigfoot movies, maybe come out about Roger Patterson's film and all that stuff in the early 70s. So this was probably about 1972, maybe 1973. And Donald Ray was just all fit, to be tied over his sighting of Bigfoot. And, most people just like looking, what? And I'm thinking, to me, I thought it was funny. And he spoke to some of the other kids, but he was just serious. No, I saw him. He was just swearing. he saw Bigfoot. And so, you know, I'm thinking, no, maybe Bigfoot's up in the big forest. It's a big creature. Maybe he's up in the Northwest, you know, Washington State, British Columbia, Oregon, maybe Northern California, but Alabama, no way. That was my thought. Turns out Sand Mountain, where I grew up, had a lot of Bigfoot sightings. Turns out quite a few. I didn't know about that back in the day. So, but he just swore he saw Bigfoot. And I'm thinking, this guy has flipped his lid. So I took it upon myself to start pulling pranks, mainly to scare him and his cousins and so forth. There was a bunch of them. And so I just thought I'd have fun scaring them. And so the very first thing I did that night is I snuck back up to the cornfield, and they were on the front porch shooting firecrackers, and I got the corn stalks and rustled them around. I had some grunts and stuff, you know, some very throat snorts and grunts I was making. And I looked up and fires and boom, they ran back in the house. So from there forward, I started pulling a lot of tricks. I built some devices called dumb bulls. Dumb bulls, a traditional dumb bull, and I had one. I made one. It was made from a nail keg. The nail keg looks like a little barrel. I was talking about bung holes earlier, right? But a little barrel, and they usually were closed on one end. You can put stuff in them the other side. And it might be, you know, bigger than a peck, like a half a bushel or something. You know, they usually about that long, but yay big around. And I had stretched a deer hide over real tight. And we had a deer hide that hung up in our chicken house one time. I was a little bitty thing. Then I took that deer hide and I got it wet. And I stretched it over this thing real tight and attached to the top of it. And I put a hole in it. And through that hole, I ran a string. I tied a knot off on it. And that pulled me out a cord about 40 foot long, probably big long cord. And I wax it down and you pull it, and that cord would jerk and make that diaphragm rattle. And it made a real low. Oh. And you could, and that was the traditional dumb bull, and it would scare the Jesus out of people. It sounded like a big beast. But I also found a number 10 can in a junk pile around the edge of the woods. This number 10 can, you know, number 10 can's about yay tall and about that big around. And I wanted to hold the back end. And I did the same thing with some wax stone floss. That darn thing was scream like a wildcat. Oh, how beautiful. Now, if you took the old snuff cans, or the Bruton snuff cans for the older amongst us here, they remember the ladies that used to dip snuff, the old Bruton snuff cans, always said don't snuff. You do that with one of them, it sound like a chicken. Back, 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 back. That would sound like a chicken if you played one of them. So I pull pranks, and we'll talk about these pranks. I wrote a little ballad about it, and I think I read it on here one night. So we'll talk more about those. So anyway, I used to walk around the woods and I'd see stuff, and I'd always be trying to scare Dolly and, you know, just agitate his mind. Oh, look, Bigfoot was there. Look what Bigfoot did. Just all the time, just dumb stuff like that. I didn't think there was no Bigfoot. I thought the guy was just out to launch. I thought, nah, there ain't no Bigfoot. There ain't no Bigfoot around here. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever thought of. There ain't no way there's a Bigfoot around here. One day I saw a track in the spring, in the mud in the spring. This track was that long. It was a human like footprint, except it was that long. Now, Bigfoot's supposed to have big, broad feet, I thought. This wasn't a broad foot. It was a narrow foot, but it was like that long. I marveled looking at that footprint. I thought, wow, this is one of the best pranks I ever saw in my life. Who in the world did this? Because it looked perfect. Like the heel, the balls, the arch, the toes. I mean, there's no smear to it. Everything is like perfectly formed. I thought, this is brilliant. I thought his uncle MJ did this as a prank on us. I quizzed him about it later. And I don't know, he didn't do it. We wrapped a person with aluminum foil as an alien, almost caused a kid to have a heart attack. Oh, I think I almost caused a guy to have a heart attack playing Bigfoot, guys. I really do. And so I got to tell this tale later. Bigfoot tells us stories about Stinkfoot down by the bayou. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you remember the Bayou Creek creature? Everybody heard of that? Stinkfoot. Well, it's skunk apes, guys. Meat birds, freedom rangers. I'm just checking back. Anyway, so all right. You can make an elk call out of a Kodiak can and a rubber band. Ah, okay. We live on hope. Exactly. That's why I got to do this hopium video thing. So, we'd always be walking around. Now on this farm, yeah, if I can pull this up on, hang on, give me a minute. I'm gonna see if I'll pull this place up on Google Maps. Let me shut down a few apps because I bet my memory is just popping full here. Give me a second. I'll show you where this stuff place. Give me a moment. I don't want that. All right, we're gonna do a share. Ding, 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 ding. Hang on, guys. Oh, I gotta go back to see me. On share screen. We're gonna go Google Maps. I wish Google Earth would work on this computer, but it won't. So I'm going up here. I'm gonna type in the type bar. I'm gonna move my laptop so I can get the keyboard. Allison Road. Google the song Allison Road. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I shouldn't be typing there. I should be typing down here. Allison Road, Alabama. Bing. Bing. And when I lived there, we didn't call it Allison Road. They put the street sign and named it Allison Road after I left. And the house I grew up in when I was real little was right about, no, it was right about here, and it's been torn down. It was right here. It's been torn down. I also spent a lot of time grew up in this house. This is the Joyner old house. The chicken house used to be right there. It's not there anymore. It's the foundation around it. Donald Ray lives here, and his sister and aunts, a bunch of his aunts live through here. This is a pond on the property. And the spring I mentioned was right down here. This is the spring that's right in this area. And that's where I saw the footprint. And yeah, the cornfield used to be right here when I was playing in Scared the Devil Out of them. This used to be MJ's pea patch. So this is a hill here, and this is a cliff coming down here, and this is Slab Creek. This is Turtleneck Cove. This creek on the back of our place ran down here. This is the Blank's Berry Farm. Blank's Berry Farm. You see these guys at the farmer's market. This is their place right here. Needmore Road. Yeah, there's a place called Needmore. Turtleneck Road. This is Turtleneck Cove, guys. It's a hollow. So this is a hill. Go down, go up. And Slab Creek is right there. And our creek ran through here. We had an island right here. This is an island. And this is Slate Rock Hill. This is a steep hill. It's about 90 foot tall. We used to slide down it on 10 on our bare pants mostly. Made a heck of a slide, 90 foot tall slide. It's pretty good. This was all forest now. My dad's last wife's daughter clear cut this. Probably see the remnants of the cabin I built when I was 16. There it is. This is a cabin I built when I was 16. That's what's left of it, guys. There it is. That's my first cabin. No, it's my second cabin. It's still there. My second cabin, and it's got a rock fireplace, guys. Now, when we were kids, this was a very thick brush right here of just briars and mainly privet bush. It was so thick you couldn't get through it. I mean, it was like a wall, impenetrable wall. And down here, Slab Creek had a lot of spots that actually had quicksand in it. And the creek was running pretty deep on this occasion. So that's a decent creek there. It's got pretty good water. Used to fish in it sometimes. I really loved the space where a log went across this creek. When you go across the log, it sat on it and fish and catch a lot of little bitty fish. Yeah, I caught tons of little bitty fish, mostly right about here. That was my favorite fishing spot right there. Actually, the log right across here. And we had a little campsite. We camped out down there too. And I used to, we used to camp out all over the place around here, all these woods. And so Donald, right now, there was a trail. The trail that went down there would start right along the spring here, and it wound its way down and around and down by the creek. And it almost looks like it's a trail right there. So there was a little trail that ran around by the creek. And there used to be a lot of rock on this hill. I think MJ sold the rock. But when you got right here, it was just impassable. This was all brush. And for some reason, right here along this wood line, it was just brushed real thick. You just couldn't get through there. Donald Ray and I were walking right through here, right about here. And we looked up. Donald Ray froze, and he looked up and he kind of froze, and I looked up and saw what he saw. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I grabbed him by the back of the shirt. And, just so he wouldn't run. I might have whispered to him in very low, don't run. I don't know. See, I knew very well back in the day, if you run from a predator, there's no animal you can outrun. You're not going to outrun any animal, especially a big animal. You're not outrunning an animal as a human being. You ain't going to outrun a cat or a dog or nothing. They all run faster than you. And a predator, if you run, you're prey. They will come get you. And I knew that principle very well. I had actually walked up into a mountain lion on one occasion. I can even show you where that happened. But we looked up and we saw this thing sitting on a rock. Sitting on a rock. And it sitting down on a rock was taller than a man standing up. This thing was huge. And in my mind, I was like in disbelief. What the heck is that? I'm still pointing, I can't believe there's no Bigfoot. And the crazy thing was, where we were at, it was between us and a quick retreat home. We had a creek on one side, the thick patch over here, and we needed to come around this way. This thing was sitting right up here on a rock. It was probably I think it was right about here. It was a big rock out here. We were down here. This thing was up here. We walked all the way around very slowly, all the way around this thing. Back up through here, out through here. We got up in the pasture, and I wouldn't let him run until we got like way up here. And guys, that was one of the scariest things I ever saw. This was no joke, guys. It was really scary what we saw. Now I'm thinking, see, here's the thing. 2 people saw it. There was no verbal communication that we got back home. It's like, what did you see? He saw exactly what I saw, the way I saw it. He didn't see something standing up. He didn't sit over here or over there. He saw what I saw exactly the way I saw it. We both had the same. If one of us, if we were each hallucinating, we should have different hallucinations. And him stopping and looking up just like that don't mean that I want to see a Bigfoot. Let me stop the share for a second. It don't mean that it's a Bigfoot. It's just that, he saw something. And I wasn't even believing in this stuff, guys. I wasn't believing it for a minute. And even after I saw it, I wasn't believing it. It's like, what is that? And as we're walking around, I'm watching. This thing just sit straight up. Good posture. It's sitting on this rock. It had like almost no neck, had a pointy head at the back, and it would look at us, look over, look at us, look at the other side. The whole time, it would watch us and would look to each side. And I'm looking at this. It had long black hair on its chest, arms, legs, everywhere, long black hair. And I'm thinking, maybe a gorilla got out of the zoo in Birmingham. Birmingham, was about an hour's drive away. I'm thinking, this had got to be a gorilla. Maybe a gorilla got out of the zoo. This can't be no Bigfoot. There ain't no Bigfoot around here. This must be a gorilla. What am I looking at? See, I can't believe it. Here I am looking right at it. And not for a little bit. I mean, I saw this thing for a long time. It took a long time to walk all around that creek and back up that hill. I'm looking at this thing dead on for 30 minutes, maybe. We were walking slow. Might have been more than 30 minutes. Seemed like forever to us. We're walking slow, very slow. You miss a story, you can replay it. We were walking extremely slow, looking at this thing. It never moved the whole time. The whole time it sat right there. A lot of people see these things like poof, it's here and it's gone. Oh no, we got a long look at it. Not a close look. I didn't want no close look. What you'd done, I think it'd have ripped us to pieces. This was huge. And I knew it was something big and alive, and I knew I didn't want a part of it. I mean, you talk about the hair on the back of your head, neck standing up, you talk about goosebumps, you talk about, you know, the top of your head and all feels like it's on fire. It's like, whoa, what is this? And, you know, we're not panicking. Never panic, guys. Never panic. I always tell you that. Never panic. Yeah, it gets you in so much trouble. We didn't. We walked all the way around that darn thing. Sitting up there. I'm thinking gorilla. I made it a point to go to the zoo in Birmingham real shortly after that. And I saw the gorillas there, and it was like, no. I thought I was going to get a confirmation gorilla. No. Gorilla don't have big long hair on their chest. They got a bare, kind of a leathery skin chest. And they're also not as tall. They don't have long legs. Oh, you know, they're not built like that. And they won't sit like that. So they will sit straight up. No. It was not built like a gorilla by any shape, form, or fashion. It was not a gorilla. That's when I go, oh, it was one. Whole time I was thinking maybe it is. But I'm trying in my mind to say no. Until I got to zoo in Birmingham. Footprint sitting on the hill. Yeah. I never told this story for years, decades. I wouldn't even tell my kids about it. Nobody, hardly. Nah, just onesie twosie people. Because it was just so nuts. You know, I don't want to talk about something like that. I'm running my career. There's a lot of people talk about it now. So, and y'all kind of knew. So, excuse me. That's it. But I still kept playing Bigfoot jokes. You know, I got to go on. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing Bigfoot. I scared the bejesus out of people. You know, that was a big adrenaline rush. And I still camped out. And I still camped out in the open, in the woods in that area, under the stars, even after that. Because I figured, hey, at the time, I was thinking I wanted to go live in British Columbia or Alaska, way out in the wilderness. And I figured I just had to get used to things that were in nature. If that's what it was, and people, mountain men and people lived for way back, living in the woods, even amongst bears and stuff like that, wolves. So I didn't stop. I kept camping out. I didn't let that stop me. I figured that was just part of it. But I was hoping I never saw one of them up close, and I never have been too up close to it. But that was close enough. Close enough, my friends. I don't know. We might have got within a football field of it. Probably a little bit more than a football field. But we could see it very clearly. And I would have peed myself, says Marie. I wouldn't blame you if you did. But you can't panic, guys. You can't panic. I ran out to poop my pants. Ooh. I'm glad we didn't. So let me just go through the notes here. Nephilim, says Randy. Well, you know, maybe, but you know, I thought they were natural. I've always thought they were natural creatures. But I don't know. You know, there's been people claiming otherwise for years. Suzuki, okay, have to go to bed. Volunteer for the thrift shop. Okay, you can come back and watch the rest of this later. Fishing with hot dogs. No, we actually fish with worms. Greg, great. I watched the video the other day about an 8-foot skeleton found up southwest Wisconsin many years ago. Tried to go, 8-foot skeleton. That might have been one. You know, people say, we don't find no bones. Well, they may bury their dead. And again, porcupines are really good for eating bones up. And do you know Hibbler? All right, so I'm going back up to see where I've missed on the comments, and I'm gonna come back down. None of Brigham City. Okay. Yeah, I know where Brigham is. I missed a lot of comments here. Pyramid 7, bing, bing. Hey, Pyramid. Whoa. $100 super chat. Awesome. Bet that is. I bet we got, hey, Mickey Minnie's in the house. All right. Thank you, Mickey. Mickey, did you hear my Bigfoot story? Wow. Thank you, Mickey. Mr. Mickey Mooney. I like things that alliterate. Mr. Mickey Mooney. Let's see. All right. I think I've been there in the comments. Let me scroll back the other way now. Andy, we took cloth hanger wire and wrapped up with cotton lighter and fuel and lit up the sky. Okay. Wolfman Jackal, keep up your hope or lower your standards. Oh, that's Dunya talking. Okay. Pyramid 7 says bing, bing. Tom, we have them all over Utah. Is that Bigfoot? A lot of plucking. We're talking about chickens. Hey, plucking chickens can be a lot of work. Yeah, there are people that make chicken pluckers, and sometimes they're run by drills. I need to make me a chicken plucker. But I don't have any chickens right now. Oh, Nanya says, Granny, we have Bigfoot here. Well, you find more of them in areas where you get more rainfall. It's more vegetation, more things to eat. And the rainforest up in the northwest where I just showed you all that rainfall, well, that makes it natural and they get good places to hide. But there's a lot of rain. Hey, there's a lot of them sighted in Ohio. Ohio has a lot of sightings. Sand Mountain turns out to be one of the big hot spots for this kind of activity where I grew up. I didn't know that back in the day, but I've definitely been seeing it afterwards. And, here in the southeast, we get tons of rain. So, yeah, pucker barrel. Okay, says the real calcitrate. I hope I'm saying that right. LOL, Wolfman. Wolfman Jack. Wolfman Jackal. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally delete a message here? Looks like I did. Wasn't intentional. Sometimes I'm scrolling my fingers. I may accidentally. Yeah, because things pop up. I hate that. I'm just trying to scroll and it's trying to do actions on messages. Oh no, I didn't mean to delete that. Well, that's going on. I'm just going to undelete it. Shoot. Having a hard time using this laptop. It's got a touch screen. Maybe I just use the mouse. Seem to be getting so Utah full of polygamists. Is it still? Granny, you're there. Is that still the case? I know there was some back in the old days, and there was some in the periphery, which the church itself has supposedly made that illegal, but there's split off organizations that still had it going for a while. Greg, I disagree. Humans run farthest of all animals. Yeah, humans can run farther, but in the short term, we can't run faster. So if you're chasing down prey animal, eventually you can wear it down. If you got several people chasing after it and going for a long time, eventually the prey animal will give out. So we have a different hunting strategy than a fast predator or the slow predator with spears, and arrows, and bang bangs. Now, I had to run it all now. We got bang bangs. All right. My audio working. Okay. So Randy thinks it's the Nephilim. Oh, I hope not. But, there were the Nephilim. Amateur Bigfoot researchers annoy me on YouTube. What I find amusing is these people go on Bigfoot hunts and they go on TV. They got these shows and they're doing Bigfoot hunt. And what they do, they're all out in the woods. They all got flashlights. Start going blah, 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 talking up a storm, running RVs. Man, they'd scare off the dead. You ain't never going to find nothing going in the woods like that. That's the worst way to go about anything in the world. I should do a TV show on hunting Bigfoot, right? We'll be quiet. What we might do is we're quiet in this part of the woods and get a bunch of loudmouths in a big circle coming at us to drive them our way. Or a bunch of drones. Playing Fly the Valkyries. Can you imagine 1,000 drones spread across a big swath of forest, and they're all closing in on one area to try to drive stuff? Boy, you don't tell what you're going to have come running at you. So that's how I'd hunt Bigfoot. So I'd throw the Sasquatch a yoo-hoo. Didn't have one in my pocket. Didn't have one in my pocket, unfortunately. Bigfoot story is my favorite thing to listen to on Coast to Coast. Oh, Nanya, well, you got one today. And then we're not even on Coast to Coast. Oh my gosh, I can tell so many stories on here. But yeah. Some of them I'm afraid to tell. Have you ever tried drawing? No, I haven't. That's an idea. I can't watch that sort of shows about any weird stuff. I like the uncut amateur stuff on here. Okay. World, I unhide this message. There we go. What is this? Man, when I was scrolling, it seemed to be like deleting New Days Always messages left and right. How did that happen? Well, we got to fix that. Yeah. Dadgummit. You're lucky you didn't get abducted, Greg. Yeah, I wouldn't want to ride up the Bigfoot camp. There's only one person ever told a story of being abducted by Bigfoot and getting away. And apparently he had chewing tobacco. And he was chewing on it, and the Bigfoot wanted some of it, and it chewed the tobacco and got sick. And while the Bigfoots around were sick, he got away. The fact that nobody else has ever told the story about escaping the Bigfoot camp means it may just not normally happen. So yeah, you don't want a Bigfoot camp. You might be like the chicken dinner. A buddy was hunting by the glades and thought he saw one, got closer up, and finally sends a black bear. Yeah, I know. No black bear sits on the rear end and stands up straight. Yeah, I know what a black bear would look like. Not to say no, black bear would have been rare in my area, but there could have been every once in a blue moon one will cross through. This was no black bear. Let's see. He had a great show. I'm grateful I can listen to him on YouTube. Let's see, not going out, I mean, says Debbie. Well, Buyers Market. I miss my childhood in the late 70s. There you go. Well, my childhood started in the 60s. My late 70s. I got a driver's license in 76. What is this? How did I keep deleting these messages? That doesn't make sense. Mickey Minnie, great story. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. Ring Greg's right that it ruined your career. Yeah, no kidding. There's stuff I'm not going to talk about just because my career is kind of spooky about such things. So yeah, there's just not too much I'm going to say, guys. I just told you all a lot, so don't go blabbing around just yet. Yeah, it was scary, Greg. We don't wander our land at dark. I always did. I still did even after that. I used to walk out in the woods in the dark with no light. I've got pretty darn good night vision. But man, maybe I'm lucky. Say God loves fools, right? Fools and drunks. Oh, let's see. Randy Cummins, that's what I was thinking about too. Holy moly, way to go, Mickey. That's right. Mickey is awesome. Mickey is like the patron of this channel, guys. So we have to give him some good Grand Poobah name. He has definitely been an amazing supporter here. What we do with that Mickey Mooney. He is, that's an awesome super chat. It really is. He is an awesome supporter. I thoroughly believe in Bigfoot. So now, well, yeah, me too. Me too. What is this? There's another one that I deleted. Sabi, or real. What's Sabi, Steve? S-A-B. Sabi? Is that like a Japanese pronunciation? All right, Debbie Pants Night, Debbie. Okay. Oh, Debbie, you going to bed? What is this? Says, I don't know how this happens. I'm scrolling here. I was doing the screen. Apparently, my finger always landed on New Days Always, and I was deleting her messages left and right, and then timed her out. That's not what I wanted to do. That I don't understand how that happened. And you're just doing this, you know. I don't know. Sorry, that was not intended. There's nothing New Days Always is said in here that's been a problem. I seem to think Bigfoot might be a dimensional creature, says Randy. Well, it might. Yeah, Granny, that was by accident. You're right. That was right. Totally by accident. I'm just using a touch screen, but I'm not going to be thumbing it with my touch screen now. I'm actually using slider bar. So I got a touch screen, but you know, it's just my phone. It happens on my phone all the time. Where you got to scroll through messages. I'm deleting it. I'm adding hearts and stuff. Where it might be a message, might be my mama died. I'm scrolling through it, and suddenly there's a heart on it. It's like what? You know, I hate those kind of things where you scroll through and it's just automatically throwing stuff in there. I hate that. But sorry, Katie, that wasn't totally unintentional. Bigfoot tree structures. I don't believe in them. Over years, trees fall and shit fall over hundreds of years. Okay, whatever, Eric. All right, Mickey Mooney. Let's see. I am, but the finger actually does move things a little better. Wait a minute. Oh, did we get 2 super chats from Mickey Mooney? Let me see. Was that one? And we'll scroll my fingers. I hope I don't do nothing as I do it. Okay, let's that one. Just thought I saw a different comment above it earlier. So the adjacent comments around are looking different. Okay. Have a hard time scrolling that now. Maryland, yep, it's scary, Greg. We don't wonder. I always saw that. Okay, there, yeah, that's the same comments around it. All right, so I should get this thing rolling right. Maybe I should go back to my big computer and do this. Yeah. Oops, I went too far. Owls are rare here. I'll start looking for Bigfoot, says Tom. Yeah, well, we see a lot more owls around here than I used to. Than I hear these days. Every now and then I hear a screech owl. When I was a kid, you'd hear a lot of screech owls around the woods, around the fields where I was at. And every now and then you hear a hoot owl. I used to have a hoot owl back here. I heard a screech owl the other night, but I don't hear them so much around here. Yeah, Scratch, you're right. I accidentally timed out New Days Always. Sorry about that. Yeah, all right, everybody caught that. Yeah, I didn't know how to undo it. That's what I was looking for. I think our 300 seconds has passed now. So she's got the full right to beat on me now. Hey, Rainbow Food Rocks is in the house. Good to see you, Rainbow Food Rocks. Good to see you, Gil. Randy, I used to walk over a mile to the deer stand, and it was weird sometimes. Oh, I bet. Sometimes it might be. Scratch. It used to be possible to untime out peeps by hiding them. Yeah, I didn't see how to do that. I tried. New days. Now you're back. Timed out. Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry about that. My apologies. That's my big dumb fingers trying to scroll the screen, touch screen. It was making it do all kind of crazy stuff. I don't know why. All right. And Gail says, been so busy prepping for a fair here on November 6th. Made rainbow food cookies, and nettle salt to sell along with my essential oils. Yum, yum. Let's see. Might just make Bigfoot angry, destroys all the drones. Well, that would be interesting. See, my buddy Tim Pickens and I, we've kind of talked about trying to do some kind of show. See, I've been on TV with this crew. I actually pulled Rex into that. Rex, you'd think Rex would have pulled me into something, but I actually pulled Rex into that. So what it was, now Rex has been in some bigger shows, other stuff, but Tim Pickens has been in a lot of similar shows. Tim pulled me into that, and Tim has been kind of hinting around that we ought to do some show together. And he was wanting to do UFO hunt. It kind of goes to Bigfoot hunting, I guess. Of course, if I do that, it would have to be probably after my NASA career is over. Maybe. So let's see. All right, New Days Always is laughing. Yeah, Melanie, I'm late. How do you all doing? Great victory from? Oh yeah. Hey, I will listen to the new governor there. I listened to his speech. The one thing I would have voted for him, the biggest thing I was hoping about there was the freedom to arm bearers, if you know what I mean. I was, and because that was so under assault by the previous government. The new governor never even mentioned it. So what? I would have been talking that definitely. But he never mentioned it. So I was kind of disappointed in his acceptance speech that he didn't mention that at all. I'll definitely roll this back, and you'll have freedom. I don't think you can use the word freedom. Talked about spending a lot of money on schools. So I hope he's a real conservative, not a rhino. Time will tell, but at least it's a big change. A big change. Melanie Winsome Sears, a great black woman. God bless her. My goal is live to be 105, says Green Manna. And then you days always is planning to be what, 116? Or just got home, guys. What's up? Oh man, we just told them Bigfoot stories. You'll have to go back and check them. You days always. I'll have to make another trip down to Bama and give you a good thumping, Greg. All right, you earned it. It could be a lot of fun. Uh-oh. You've not been thumped until you've been thumped by me. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess I've earned it. All the liberals hate her for some reason. Oh, okay. Greg, did you see China's told its people to prep? Yeah, John, I actually mentioned that a little bit ago. They did. When the government tells, I mentioned that early on in my video, when government that's the biggest government on earth, the biggest country on earth. And when they're telling their people to prep, you should take it serious. Now, here's what we worry about. Now, they could be telling people to prep because of the food shortage, but they never talked about that food shortage before. So some people were really getting on them. Well, why do you wait till November after you knew this all along? Why did you wait till November? Well, there's a couple possibilities. One, maybe the food shortage is real, and it is real to a point, but how acute is it? How real is it? See, that's the big question. How big is this food shortage? Is it really to the point that they're making it sound? But they're making them prep more than just the food, guys. Essential supplies. They were told to prep essential supplies, not just food. So there's a couple other things. Some people think, well, maybe because they got lockdowns coming. But there's another idea. They're being told to prep because the country is going to be under great duress after China attacks Taiwan. That's what some people are thinking. Now, if they're going to do that, they're going to have to move pretty deadgum soon, because later in this month, the sea states are going to be too rough to do a landing. So maybe something is up. Maybe something is imminent. It just so happens that also coincidentally, Russia's moved 90,000 troops to the Ukrainian border. You know what I said? It pops in one place, they'll make it pop in another place, then we'll be going, you know, as we can't handle both. So which one? Where are we jumping to? What are we doing? We'll just get dissonance and hide our head in the sand. What's the United States going to do? Well, General Mark Milley is not my favorite general. I don't like him at all. He is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He made 2 points. One, he said, we can defend Taiwan. I don't know, we lose all the word games at it. He said, we can defend Taiwan. 2, he also said that China is clearly preparing to attack Taiwan. You know, sometimes even the devil's right. So you may be right on that. Hey, I hope not. Come on, man. Says Melanie. Come on, man. Yeah, I got you there. I think I used that once talking to somebody. Come on, man. Some of my liberal buddies. They were getting after me on something. I go, come on, man. I wonder if they got it. So, oh, they get unfair brunt of man's laws, the law horses too. These Sparky's around. What are we talking about there? Real calcium. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Says Randy Cummins, no worries, no need to be sorry if anyone should be. It'll be me for being nosy. It's all good. Greg's place here is mostly laid back. Yeah, we're laid back. And you know, Randy knows that. What did Randy say that made you think that? Let me scroll up. I'm not seeing his comment. Oh, sorry, don't hurt to ask. That's the last thing I saw from him. Before that, oh well, let me just go back the other direction. Yikes, got a whole screen moving. Boom, I'm just gonna go to the bottom. Now I go up to the bottom. Mickey Manning, you've been telling, yeah, I've been warning it's possible. And look, China is talking to their people and really dehumanizing America right now. They're really running us down. And they're saying that we're attacking them. They're telling their people right now that we are attacking them. And the only news media in China is Chinese Communist Party controlled news media. That's all the citizens are getting. So they're seeing this from every source, which is all CCP. And that's all they're seeing. And so a lot of them are believing this now because that's all they're getting. It's like hypnotic. America's attacking. America's attacking. America's bad. America's holding you down. America's blah, blah. America's blah, blah. That's what you do before you attack somebody. That's the kind of language you dehumanize. Countries dehumanize their enemies before they go to war with them. I'm going to do a video within the next week on why China would attack us. They've done it before. China has risked nuclear war attacking the United States in the Korean War. When they just had overwhelming numbers of people, they just threw at us. So they've actually attacked us before. General MacArthur was seriously contemplating nuking them. I mean, really, he wanted to. The president stopped him. And he was really wanting to nuke them. And China knew that. China took a big risk. But they didn't want us taking North Korea. They didn't want us being up against their border. And that's why China took it. There's a pattern of China taking risks like this, including with India, United States. I'm going to go into that. We're going to talk about it. So the idea, a lot of people are trying to think and put Western terms. A lot of people think about China in terms of Western thought, Western culture. Oh, well, China will value this. They won't value that. They won't do this to hurt their economy. Look, Xi Jinping just shut down $1 trillion big tech industry in his own country. Why? Because control is more important to him than the economy and money. Because I tell you, the most important thing to a dictator is their maintenance of power. Power. Control. I've been saying that for 2 years. I get people arguing, well, they want to do this because of this, and because of that. Well, Xi Jinping himself just destroyed all those arguments. Gone. Bye-bye. He's already done it. That is scary. That's scary. So I'm going to go into the reasons why China just might well attack us. That's coming up in the video soon. Yeah, I thought about doing it. If I had time, I might have done it today, but I had to run into town right after I did that other video. So the video I just put up on the prepping was in something that, I could just do off the cuff talking. I didn't have to do the research and such. So I was able to get that done quicker. It still took me a couple hours, and that stayed in. Now, it took me the longest thing it took was that thing stayed in checking on YouTube. I thought it was finding something for like 2.5 hours. Mickey, you're right. I've been trying to. Why? Not for fear, but so that you will know and can be ready. You need to understand what the threats are. Not meaning these threats will materialize, but they could materialize. Greg Allison is not prophesying. I've never come out and said, this is going to happen or that's going to. If I say that, take it to the bank. But I try not to say that. I try not to talk in definitive terms because there's just too much we don't know about the future. But this head in the sand notion, everything's going to be okay. The normalcy bias that so many people have, that everything's going to always be the same. No matter what, things are always going to be the same. The funny thing about that is that's always wrong, because never is everything always the same. Look what has happened to our country in the last couple of years on the sphere of things vis-a-vis the bug, vis-a-vis politics. If you went back 10 years ago and told people what was going on today, they would laugh at you. That'll never happen in America. Ha ha. People on both sides of the aisle would laugh hilariously at you. Now, if you go back 3 years, how about going back 2 years and telling everybody that within 2 years, almost half the United States would be genetically modified people. Go to somebody who would not eat genetically modified food, who wouldn't have no part of it, and look them in the eye and says, in 2 years, you're going to be genetically modified. They would be mad at you. And today they are genetically modified. People that would not touch anything genetically modified themselves today are genetically modified. Boy, don't we live in a science fiction world today. Look at this, what's going on. What is going on? Things can change very fast. What's happening? Think about it. Think about what's just happened. I got to come on, chat. Oh, Greg, none of your prophecies ever come true. One, I don't prophesy. But two, I look at trends. And based on what I know, where I know from, and I look at trends and project things forward. If you don't know what's going to happen, just look at trend data. Where's things going? You can predict, not prophesy. And it's sometimes quite easy. 2 years ago, I was doing videos when they were talking about having a living wage, and I described what it would do to our economy. And I titled the video, Our Nation's Disintegration. Well, look around today. It's happening. It's here. It's real. Oh, the young generation get furious at me over that. And of course, we got robots. Robots can do all that. Robots can blah, blah. No, they can't. Tesla cars are trying to run robotic, they're still crashing. And no robot's going to come in my house and rip the wires out and put in new wires. We don't have robots of that sophistication. as yet. And it'll be a long time before they can replace a skilled tradesman. A long time. Oh, but they thought that we were ready. No, people got a lot of science fiction in their heads, and we got a lot of science fiction in their veins right now. There's even more science fiction in some people's heads. So some people, look, I'm an engineer. I'm an electrical engineer. I get paid well in my day job until they usher me out the door for not taking, you know what. My job title is subject matter expert. I work in avionics system safety, which means I got to know avionics, and I got to know system safety, and I got to know rockets. It's 3 big areas, and I am paid well as a subject matter expert. The problem is my bills are enormously high thanks to an ex-girlfriend. So, you know, kids that flip hamburgers usually drive nicer cars and have better lifestyles than I have. Except I do have the humor and the opportunity to share time with you guys. So that's the joy of my life right now. And I enjoy these videos. You guys cheer me up. So Randy goes, Spring Greg's. Millie said, within 24 months, look out next month or next week. Yeah, if that happens, our grid may be going down like really soon. You know what? We're going to talk about that before we get down here. We need to really talk. That's something we really need to talk about. Oops, I just jumped way down. Task. No one wants to go to war in the winter. Napoleon Hitler learned the hard way. Exactly. But what worse time to get your grid taken down? What a worse time to have the grid taken down, guys. Trying to finish my MPP and solar. Yeah, there's a lot of got sidetracked. There's a lot of things we need to finish and do, guys. A lot of things we need to finish. Gosh, almighty, I just can't seem to control these. Doug Thomas is in the ring. Hey, Doug. Hey, Green Greg's. I have a final draft copy. Okay, I did an interview with him, so he's on to debut his video on my channel. He just did a documentary, so maybe we'll do that maybe tomorrow night or Friday night. Now I got the interview with my daughter Friday night. I'm gonna bring my daughter in here, Jessica, for her new YouTube channel. Please, Greg, it not north or south. Okay. The division in our country is rural versus urban. Now, it may have more of a north or south component to it. If you've seen my other videos, I really break it down to East Wokistan, West Wokistan, and Indian territory in the middle. We're all Indians, by the way. Kind of like the Great Partition of India, when the Muslims with East Pakistan and West Pakistan, and East Pakistan became Pakistan, and West Pakistan eventually became Bangladesh, and Indian territory in the middle, or India. In this case, the Indians are in, they want to put us all on a reservation. So drops, rebuilt cars. Okay, all-wheel rider, that's cool. Traditional war, we aren't living in those days. Yeah, it may not be. Well, has it already been launched? Is it bio? You know, guys, think about it. Monsanto employees won't eat their modified food in their company memo. Oh, yeah. Let's go to their cafeteria. They don't serve that junk. Okay, hey, OL Rider's got a channel. Check out his channel. Guess he's doing some old car builds on it. So if you're into cars, check out OL's channel. Doug's got a channel. Check out his channel, Doug Thompson. Well, I don't have fat fingers. I got fat fingers. My fingers are too fat to be fingers. Oh, we kind of read the video. What is that? That's weird. It's just a shout. It's okay. That was funny. What is going on? My fat fingers are short and fat. And so I'm scrolling. I do all kinds of things to comments accidentally, it looks like. Oh, New Day says, my dreams keep showing me February is going to be big trouble. It could be. As soon as the sea states die down again, it's more likely than right now. So I don't know that he got enough stuff masked up to make that jump just yet. But that don't mean they might not hit us in the MP before they do it. Because, you know, to them, the advantage, they could do more damage to us with MP if they hit us in early winter. Because when it gets cold here and we don't have power, we're going to be in a world of hurt here in America. So that would also be the worst thing for us, definitely. So let's hope that don't happen. We need OL's links and Doug's links. All you got to do is go up and copy their name and look in their channel. Hey, if one of you mods wants to go grab their channels, just copy their name, put it in the YouTube paste bar, and you go to their channels. Have a good source. They're replacing China parts as we speak. That's good. That's good. Because every time we buy something from China, we're just funding their People's Liberation Army. And that's not good. So I'll rebuild anything that says OL Rider. Let's go look at their channel, OL. And we're going to do a big thing promo in Doug's channel pretty soon. I can't share that from here. Hang on. I got to get on my other computer to do that. Bing, bing, bing. Give me a second. Kill a few things here. All right, what I want to do here now is I'm going to go in. I'm going to move some stuff out of my way here. I'll give me some elbow room to get in here. So what you do is you copy a guy's channel name. Then you go to tab, reopen YouTube. I'll do share screen. Ding 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 ding. There we go. You come over here, not in the search bar up here, but go in this search bar because this is the YouTube search bar. And okay, we got OL Rider right there. Boing. What do we want to find? There we are. There we are. Kansas City Star. That's what are you, lily? I'll see my car. I drive a big old Cadillac, got wide wheels. I got rhinestones on the spokes. I get pretty at my grocery store. My barber tells me jokes. All right. New old car. It's not new days, old ways. New old car. Yeah.
All rider here.
I'm a #1 attraction in every supermarket parking lot. I'm the king of Kansas City. No thanks on the hall. Thanks a lot. Kansas City Star. That's what are. Right here.
I got to do a short video because the phone won't let me do good ones. But anyway, I picked up this old car here. Kind of took it on trade for some of the work I'm doing. This is a 1984 Buick LeSabre. She's in really good shape.
Well, I had a Buick LeSabre once. Had a 427 engine in it. There's a big rusty blue land yacht. And when people see me, I was Moses when I was driving that thing because the cars in front of me would just park. See a cars would just park in front of me. I think they look up in their rear view mirror and their britches probably turned brown and they did everything they could to get out of my way. It was real easy to be driving that car along 120 miles an hour.
So I took a little money off a job I'm going to do for a guy for this car. And I'll put this all back together and have myself a nice old car.
Sweet. All right. Bing. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Bang up that notification bell and click all. Over and check them out, guys. If you got any interest in old cars, motorcycles, he's got 109 videos here, guys. That's quite a few. He only got 660 subscribers. So, all right, what else are we going to do? We're going to come over here and we're going to go to Doug Thompson's channel. I think he's got more than one, maybe. Let's find Doug Thompson. Somewhere here in the chats. There we go. And I'm already subscribed to him, I'm pretty sure. Control C. We'll copy. If you hit Control C, and you go over to one of these country roads, take me home to the place that I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, the country roads in the morning hours. Let's see. He's got 70 videos and 415 subscribers. See, I'm subscribed and I bang the bell. So go to both these channels. Give these guys your support, guys. Subscribe and bang the bell. There we are. It's Doug Thompson. Check him out. Doug Thompson. Bing. I'm going to stop the share. Hey, hello. I think I'll be safer if I search messages on here than one of my laptop. As long as I'm not doing screens. Let's see here. Maybe I won't be timing anybody out. Yes, it's $3.50 a gallon in Maine. Wow, I've seen it $2.25, but I can get it still for, last time I checked, for $3.08. Tom Weary, halo. I didn't want to say LOL, says Scratch. Okay. All this dirt. I wished I had my old Buick Special. Love that car. Yeah, I bet. Doug Thompson. Thanks, Greg. Hey, guys, we're all family here. We got to stick together. Drops old as dirt. I wished I had my Pontiac. All right. Speaking of that. Ding, 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 ding. Old as dirt's got a channel. Old as dirt got the channel. I need to watch his stuff a little bit more. Well, I come in going there. There we go. That's not it. On this channel. That's bringing everything else up. Music. Lots of music. Well, shuckins. I'm not seeing his channel. It's going way down. Some tons of other stuff. Old dirt. You're hard to find if you put that in. Old dirt road. Oh my gosh, I'm scrolling way down. Still not finding. Maybe I should just scroll down my subscription list. I'm pretty sure you're in there. I got so many people subscribed, I can miss it. Old as dirt. Hey, you're a mod. Put your channel link in here. I got so much stuff here and it's taking me forever. I'm not hitting it. Yeah, you're a mod. Go ahead and put your channel link in there, Old as Dirt. Old as Dirt doesn't have anything on the channel. Oh, okay. My eyes are too controversial. All right. I thought you had a channel. Thought you had a channel. Do what you need to install the extension. Go to channel by swap meet shops. No. What you do is install the extension. Go to channel. Oh, a swap meet. Oh, I got you. Okay. Go to channel. My swap meet shops. I have to see. Look in there. 329 Eastern Kentucky. Yes. All right. I'm getting yawny here. It's 2:03. We've been going about 2.5 hours. Oh, let's see. OL Rider, that Buick has air shocks. It was still right on the ground. All right. Well, guys, tell you what, I'm gonna shut down my laptop. I'm gonna quit looking at that. It comes real handy when I am trying to scroll other pages, but I want to keep the chat room available. Because I've noticed in the past I've missed some major items that people said, and including, major super chats. Because I was all down in the chat room. People would get throwing big super chats saying I wouldn't send them because I was down, not in the chat room, because I was over on other pages. So let's see. All right, I'll tell you what, guys, let's do prayer request. Let's call it a night here in a minute. We'll do prayer request and maybe we'll do a beard light if you want. Y'all see a beard light tonight, or I want to save that for another night? Definitely got to do it around Christmas time. Love my Pontiac. Yeah, well, I did have a Buick with Sabre. It's probably the only Buick I ever owned. They had a 68 goat. All right. We have a standing prayer request for Randy Bly of the Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. We need to pray for Randy Cummins. We need to pray for Randy Bly and Randy Cummins, two Randys. Let's pray for Granny Atlanta and mainly her granddaughter Kaylee. And we'll pray for who else? That's our big standing prayer request. Didn't have enough coffee, guys. Coffee's gone. I still got some tea. I'm gonna get some caffeine. Oops. Out pieces over here. All right, guys. I'm not seeing any prayer requests come across. Who else do we need to pray for? That'd be somebody I'm forgetting. 69 goat behind my shop. Okay. Melanie, I saw stickers pointing to the gas of Sleep Creek hologram Joe pointing his finger that Joe Biden did this at gas comes with his classic. I have five. I high five the guys putting them up. Pray for the world and especially our country. There you go. Got that right. Good night, loves, all even in the wicked. Okay, Tom. Granny, Green Gray, please give us a warning when you do the phone thing and the beard light. Yes, what phone thing? Give you a warning when I do the phone thing. What phone thing, Granny? Give you a warning when I do the phone thing. And then, okay, so we did the beard light. You've asked the beard light. I restore old tractors as well. Hey, that's cool. Doug Thomas, protection for my family. I'm calling out a lot of powerful people tomorrow. Oh, Jimmy, my brother Jimmy. Yeah, he's recovering, but he's still recovering. So that's a good point, Granny Lana. My brother Jimmy had prostate surgery. So Doug is he's laying it on the line. He's putting stuff out. You know what? Maybe we'll pray for my family too while we're at it. So especially when we show us stuff here. Kaylee's not doing good. Oh, sorry to hear that. Kaylee has got cancer, guys. She's just a girl. How old is Kaylee? 14. We need to pray for Kaylee. We probably should pray for Judy Dowell too, and her daughter Cherry. There's nothing like spraying John Deere green. Okay. Got an old Massey Ford. Yeah, I used to love driving a Massey Ferguson 135. Oh, New Days Old Ways have got some stories, guys. Oh, it'll make you sick. It's awful stories, things that she knows about. Phew, deep, deep, scary. Man, there's some sick people in this world. Doug, I remember you in my prayers, safety and protection. Melody, thank you, Greg, and God bless you, Patriot. Well, thank you. All right, guys. Yeah, we got a couple Randys to pray for. Going to be a lot of, yeah, you're probably right, Drops. We need to pray for the people that took it. A lot of praying here. Daniel, purslane, the highest plant in omega-3 antioxidants. That's true. Grows like a weed. I bought some in a pot, some really big purslane, but it didn't make it for the winter. It's real good. Yeah, it's very high in omega-3. Rex contact our phones. The Rex connect our phones to power outages. Time for prayer. Yeah, you're right, Melanie. I've got to update my phone when I get back in the Lee's network. Anyway, guys, let's do it. Let's say a prayer. This is not a religious channel. We're a family. And families pray for people they love. I'm not going to tell you how to pray. Each of you pray according to your own beliefs. If you don't have beliefs, a moment of silence, contemplation will work just fine. So let's go ahead and go in here and do our little prayer session. And I'll just quietly pray, and everybody else can do the same. All right. Got a lot of praying to do, guys. Just a lot weighing on our minds here. Coming in a little bit there. It wasn't too long for y'all. A lot weighing on the minds. So get a ham radio station. So yeah, I need to do that. Get a ham license and all that stuff. Ham radio works and all those fells. I need something for alternate internet. So amen for the prayers. We all find healing vibes and peace. There you go. Drops Ed Cronin, if it's old tube might work, everything else near gone with the EMP. Yeah. Well, you can also put stuff in Faraday cages, equipment. You can do that. Definitely. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. No, just not Coca-Cola. No, just not Woca-Cola. It's the real thing. Like a bottle of hope. Not their liquid dope. It's the real thing. I like to buy the world of hope and keep it company. How about that? Not Coke, I hope. Holy Mass, 3 a.m. Where'd the time go? Yeah, well, it's 2:13 here. So you must be in the East Coast, Eastern time zone. I'm Central, guys. All right. All right. So, all right, let's cut some lights off here. This is my handy dandy remote control. Heading to bed, Doug. All right, Doug. Have a disco beer here. Thank you, Doug. We'll talk. You know what? We're real serious here. We cover serious topics. We talk about war. Let me know when you want to start to go live. All right, so we're gonna go live with Doug real soon. You want to do Friday, but I got my daughter's interview. We might do it tomorrow. I do have a topic I want to cover. You and I need to talk on the phone tomorrow. If we play it out right, we can do 2 videos in one day. I think maybe Thursday night, I might do a recorded video, then go live with you Thursday night. What do you think? To me on Friday might be hard for me because I'm also getting ready for the farmer's market and I got to get up early. And I also normally do a live video with the channel here, Friday night special. I'll probably do the one with Jessica a little bit earlier. So Friday night's crammed for me. Some Friday nights I just can't get to doing a video because I just got so much to do on Fridays. Beer light on our way. That's right, Granny. That's what we're shutting everything, all the lights down for. So Doug, we'll work it out. Just we need to talk on the phone or something probably. And I think I got your phone number in my phone here. If not, you can always email it to me. Yeah. Hang on. I'll go real quick check here. Ding, 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 ding. Probably under D for that. Wow. X D D. All right, there it is. I got you. Got you. We'll have to talk. Ozark night, Greg. Oh, get some sleep. Amen. About to go there here shortly. Send love and prayers to all, says Daniel. Amen. Royal Buyer Mark. Thank you, Greg. Have a good night. All right. Talking about good night. We're going to do the beard light. Let me close the chat room down so I can see what I'm doing. I got to look at my Zoom page. So, yeah, I wish I had a remote on that light over there. That would be cooler, right? So, that's a big good Christmas trick, right? I need to wear some Christmas lights. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I'm actually hiding a lot with my mug. All right, guys. So here we are with a special for tonight. Something to laugh about before you go to bed. We cover very serious things. The end of the world, doomsday, mayhem. But we also have a little fun. Do cut up. Get silly occasionally. What's wrong with that? You gotta have a little fun. You gotta have laughter in the world. If you lose the laughter, you lose your soul. And if you saw the other video, I said, one of the key things to have is to be centered spiritually. But having good humor definitely helps. So here we go, guys. The good old beard light. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, there we go. The beard light. And I got some music for this, right? Disco. I gotta have some disco Santa or something crazy, right? Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, bells, ho, 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 beards, ho, ho, all the way. Oh, how fun it is to ho, ho on a few days before Saturday. Hey, or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. Thursday. Ho, ho, ho. From the valley of the Jolly Green Giant. Ho, ho, ho. Green Greg's. Anyway, there we go. I do need some disco music to go with this. Maybe get some different color lights. What do you think? What other prepper do you get this kind of entertainment for? Huh? Who else can do that? All righty, guys. You got it here live. Green Greg's. Something to give you a chuckle into the night. Nothing wrong with that. A good night chuckle. All right, let's see what everybody's saying. Let me go back to the chat room here. Melanie's laughing. Funny, you could be a poster. Oh, there you go. I could be a poster. Sorry to hear. Oh, what happened with Ronnie? I'm 63, still going strong for now. We'll get for you, OL Rider. Valerie, not all, LOL. All right, everybody's laughing. That's good. Arnold Smith. Good night, everyone, and may God, the creator of everything, ease your mind, soul, and give you the strength to believe in what he has done for you. There we go. Ready to take Robitussin. I don't know, do me good. No, they can't find out why I cough. I've been all over the doctors to figure that out. I've been coughing for about 3 years. Even you days always took a stab at that to figure out why I was coughing. And we hadn't got there. She had some theories, but I tested them, and it wasn't that. So I just got this crazy long lingering cough here. Wish I knew what it was. Scratch, stay safe and smile, people. Oil Riders, Steepwell Greg. There we go. Devo Disco Dancer Greg. Devo Disco. You have to help me out with some music there. We got to have something, though. It's not copyright. We need some non-copyright music that I can play in the background. Hey, I could do a Christmas video. There's an idea. Christmas video. Bring Greg's Christmas video. I'm thinking now. I just did a video before I started this video. I did a video for upcoming channel I plan to post in the not too distant future. I'm gonna call it Product Papas. I've already set the channel up, and I've got maybe 4 or 5 videos to throw on it. I just want to get some good videos. I don't think I already got time to launch it just yet, but I just did a video for it on this Hewlett Packard HP Office Jet Pro 9025. It's getting a thumbs down from you guys. I think it stinks. So I got a video coming out on that. Product Papas. I'll do product reviews. And intention is mostly to do tool reviews. I'm going to do one on the phone too. All right. It's 2:20 in the morning here. And I got to start wrapping up some things and start to go get ready for bed in not too distant future from now. As I do need to get a couple hours shut out tonight. Love, it's so excited for Christmas. There you go, Granny. Yeah, maybe we need to do a Christmas video. What do you think about that? Anyway, oh, we got a thumbs down. Holy smoke. Somebody don't like my humor? What is it? Why don't we get a thumbs down? Now, people give thumbs down. Rarely tell us. Santa got old and moved to Alabama. Exactly. Well, I got to, Santa Claus has got to have he has the moonlight in the summertime, when it's not Christmas season. So Santa Claus moonlights is the Jolly Green Giant or Green Griggs. Ho, ho, ho. I mean, hey, think about it. Jolly Green Giant, Santa both say ho, ho, ho. Except one says ho, 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 and it goes ho, ho, ho. It depends on the season, what kind of ho, hoing you do, right? All righty, guys. And if you're in the garden, you're doing a lot of hoeing. So maybe Jolly Green Giant's telling you to hoe. And so is Santa Claus. See, you got a garden. I keep telling you, you got a garden. Well, Ryder, 1:20 a.m. here. Okay, you must be mountain time. So I guess you're mountain time. I'm central time. Valerie, get some good night's sleep. Don't worry about the thumbs down. We all love you. Well, thank you. Someone is jealous of the disco beard. That must be it. Hey, you think I should do a Christmas video? Christmas special? That could be fun. That could be fun. So I'm all ears for ideas. Thank you, Brother Greg. Keep up the good work. All right. Thank you there, Jay. Appreciate it. All right, guys. I got to say this. I really appreciate the super chats. We had one from Keith and from Mickey Mooney. Two super chats tonight. And Mickey Mooney's was just totally way up there. He is definitely the top patron of the channel. Madam Gross, the thumbs downer is all right. So yeah, I'll leave you right there, Madam. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Christmas at the farm. Mustang Sally, how you doing? Good to see you. Bring Greg's Christmas with the space worms. Hey, we need somebody to help me develop a program, right? That could be funny. Something humorous. It's got to be humorous, It's got to be humorous. Maybe even inspirational. I just hope we have a Christmas. Let's hope that the Chinese don't do something crazy. Let's hope. But, I hope this long, dark winter isn't going to be too long or too dark. So that's some more stuff we need to pray for, guys. And I got to come back to this in a real near future with a video. Good to see you, Mustang and Sally. Yeah, I definitely got to get my phones revised and try to get back on Lee's network, guys. Alrighty, as I see Mustang and Sally there a lot. She's always one of the first ones in there when I'm doing stuff. So what I'm going to say is this. Thank you, Super Chatters. That's awesome. You really make it worthwhile to do this. Everybody does. I thank you, everybody, for coming here and watching, for leaving your comments. Go into my videos, leave comments. That's what really helps me. Go in there and leave comments, vote the thumbs up, even thumbs up comments, and reply to some. Leave a comment and reply to somebody else's comment. If you got time, reply to a bunch of them. You know, the more interaction there is, the more the algorithm promotes the videos. So, and also sometimes, you know, just walk off and let it play, you know, commercials and all, if you don't have time otherwise. So all those things help. Of course, you know, if you like the commercials and go for some of the products, I mean, they tailor the commercials to stuff that you watch and do anyway, unfortunately, because they watch this Big Brother. All righty, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming here. I want to thank you all for watching, because we're all family. Just remember, we're all family. We've been here together. We've been bonding here for a long time now. We're family. So no matter what part of the world you're in, and always remember, as light dispels darkness, love dispels hate. Go out and shine your love light in the world and do something good for somebody. Reach across an aisle of political or other division and do somebody a favor. That'll make them think. Reach out and touch their hearts. That's how we build peace in this world. It's how we make it a better world. That's what we all need to strive for. It's making this world a better place. And with that, I'm going to say thank you again. A big hearty thank you.